Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night's Messages of Love from Above. I'm back. I always look forward to Wednesday nights. I have Mondays and Tuesdays off, but I miss you guys. I love connecting to spirit, and so I'm so happy to be back and that you guys are here. Before we get into the readings, as usual, we're going to send love out to the world. If you'd like to join us in doing that, I'm more than welcome that. Whether you're watching live or even on replay, we can join together and send love out because there's no time or space. In the real world, that's just a human concept, right? So we can join together. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. We let that love just flow down and fill up our heart and overflow out to the world, circling the globe, touching every heart that's ready to vibrate at a higher and higher and higher love vibration. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your mind, your body, your heart, for a loved one, for a relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, we send all of that love to you as well. Just let it encompass you. Allow it to just seep into your body, your soul, your mind, your heart, your entire being. Take it in like a giant hug from the Creator, like the sun takes in the sunshine from the sun. Hmm. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and allowing, of course, the space for that. And before we get into the readings, always like to let everyone know that I do have a drawing every Monday where I give away something. So I do put out a video on Tuesdays. Here's the one from yesterday. And it just announces what I'm going to be giving away the following Monday, what you have to do to get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. So check out that video if you're interested. I'll be giving away two more 30-minute person recorded readings on Monday. And then also stay tuned on Friday. I am going to have my first Take 10 with Zen video come out. It's just like a 10-minute videos, less than 10 and under. Um, each week, just talking about something that helps us with our spiritual path and answering questions. So, if you have any questions that you would like answered, you can comment on that because there's an extra giveaway for that too. So, stay tuned Friday morning. All right. And also, of course, we have every month I do put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. Here is June's joyous readings. And it was really interesting. I loved what they did on these. They were about 40 minutes long on average. So they did go in deeper this month. So be sure to check that out. And then also every week I do put out at least one pick a card reading. The one that came out this morning is what can I be watching for? Right? It was really good. I liked them. All right. And those are the big announcements there. So let me clear out let me move my coffee out of the way here. Get my desktop all set up here and we will get into the readings. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome. And be forewarned, we have quite the soul family here. Great senses of humor and huge hearts to match. So it's a great combination. And welcome. For the free readings, how they work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve. In the chat, there is no special list. The chat is the list. And all you do is put out your question, and I go down in order. If you don't put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading or for guidance. If the question you want to ask is a little too personal, you can just ask for a general guidance. Spirit knows all, so there's no secrets from them. And that's the most important ones to know. And then we'll pull cards. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I will step out of the free readings and dive deeper into those just to honor that energy exchange. I prioritize a dive deeper, and then I return back to the free readings and I move down the list. First come, first serve, like I said, as before. You can make a donation by using the super chat down below or in the pinned comment at the top or in the description box. There is the Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. So you do have those options. And I don't look at the dollar amount. I know everyone's, finances vary from day to day and then also person to person, country to country, planet to planet. So I don't look at the dollar amount. Whatever you so wish to do. So I am going to be using the Good Tarot and the Round Tarot. And then there's this other deck too. It's the Psychic Tarot Oracle. It's like a combination of tarot and oracle, which is really interesting. So I'm excited to use those, and then some extra oracle. So we will get into those. Hey, love 1234. Uh-oh. Let me pull up PayPal. It doesn't seem to be working this day. So let me just pull it up here and we will get into the first reading, the first donation, and then we will get into the pre-reading. So let me just log in here. What we have for today here. Let's take a look here. Well, yeah, it's right there. Well, what is going on? I just don't know. I just, we just are going to just go with the flow. Yeah, right? We're like, "Yeah." Yeah, it is, and it's what I told, I give blood every, what is it, 8 weeks, we're allowed to give blood, and the place I give blood to actually moved to temporarily to a different location while they're, um, revamping and remodeling their other one that's close by. So I went over there and I asked, "How you enjoy the new digs?" Because it's like almost a scary place. It almost looks like a place like, where is the room that you have where they harvest organs here? It's like, whoa, this is like a little seedy compared to the normal one, but it's like a temporary setup. And they go, well, you can't find anything, can't do this, can't do that, and everything's slow, all their computer systems and everything. And I go, but doesn't it make you appreciate it when everything's working good? So that's what I said today. All right. So thank you so much for your donation. Love 1234. Um, hey, Guerra means war. All right. So let's get in here. Okay, I think this will be good for me to see it. All right, and so thank you for your donation. Let's dive in. We're going to start with the good tarot here. All right, and I am doing well. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Oh, let's see what happened yesterday there. Wow, things are flying out here. All right, so let's start with that here. So we got the, nine of water, the nine of cups, which is wish fulfillment. And you have the emperor, which is, the boss, right? And then you have the four of cups, emotional stability. You got all this emotion in here. It's funny because I'm like, I feel like it's saying that, what you think, happened. You're like, yeah, wishes come true. This is your wish come true. That, yeah, it was their fault. Because I feel like this emperor and this, you got these four, the stableness, but it cracks me up because every time I see these regarding that specific person, I'm like, "Emotional stability? Really?" And they're like, "Just kidding," because it's like in this moment they are, but then give it a second, it's like the weather, what they say the weather well, the weather here, they always say it, if you don't like the weather in Colorado, give it a minute and it'll change. We can sometimes have 4 seasons in a day. Uh, and so I feel like that's what's coming in here is that they're, saying that with this information coming in, that they just think that they do no wrong, you know, but the stability, I just feel like um, that they can't be wrong because what does that mean about them if they're wrong? So they have to deflect, deflect, deflect. Yeah, yeah, because the 9 of Cups is telling me that that's wish fulfillment, you're just like, "Yeah." You're like, "I wish it was their fault," and it's like, "It sure was." It's just, it's just all about perspective, right? Alright, and then let's look at your number 2 here. Oh, Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Okay, let's see. So what do they want to say? Okay. And summer travel. All right, let's take a look here. Anything else? No. Okay. Yeah. You know, I feel like we get that with them here. It's like they wanna let you know that they're working through their fears, right? The Justice card is like that, right? Where they have the, Ace of Swords here, and let's see if we can see it here. Here's the, scales here, right? And they're trying to balance things out. They're trying to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets from the past because they know that that's not you. And we've got the 9 of Earth, which is them finding a way of looking at their worth and relationship to the outside world in this, internal personal way, which is what, is happening here. But it creates new opportunities in the outside world. These are like the pentacles, right? So this is like this new opportunities, and they want new opportunities with you. They want to expand. It's almost like this transform, and they want to tell you that that there's some stuff that they need to work through from the past. But I feel like they see you as so strong that they it's almost like they don't want to appear weak, right? Um, so I feel like this is part of their journey is taking a step forward, becoming more vulnerable. And I think we talked about before when they open their heart, people like poked, sticks poked at their heart when they opened up and goes, "This is my heart." And they're like, "Yeah, is it? Is it the heart?" And you're like, "Ow." And so it's like opening up and trying to do that. So I feel like that's what they want you to know. Um, because here I feel like here's summer travel, right? Sun, victory, yes. I feel like there will be some, but they have to get over this 9 of swords. So all this internal stuff that they're dealing with. The 9 of swords, of course, is the nightmare insomnia card with a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations that are swirling around them. And if you can make it where it doesn't have these, right? Where it's like, "You know what? I don't expect what da, 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 da. I just wanna go have fun," and not like, "What does this mean? Blah, 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 blah," and have a lot of rules or expectations around what the trip would mean or where you to do, It's if it's like, "Well, I wanna stay overnight," and they're like, "Hey, we can go run for the day and then come back." And you're like, "Well, I wanna," it's like, "Oh, I wanted to stay overnight." But they're like not ready for that, maybe a day trip. They start off. They want to test like going, spending many, many hours, like a couple hours driving somewhere and a couple hours driving back or something like that, where it's like it's a lot. Um, and they do have a lot of hesitancy from the past, nothing to do with you. So I do see some, I see it baby steps, and the more you cannot have expectations on it and let it just be free and flowing and grateful for what you do have and what you do get from them, the more will come in, right? When we start trying to control things and have fear, what does that do? It just pulls it further away, right? All right. Yeah, very good. All right. And then number three. All right. Let's take a look here. So let's see here, writing or traveling and a time update. Tick tock, right? Come on, come on. You know, you never know. Everything changes every day based on our energies, right? Interesting. Okay. And then let me see here. So time update. We're gonna start there because we got the eight of air, August, right? High priestess, trust your gut, trust your intuition, allow things to unfold, right? But I like that. Time update, August, by August. Now, excuse me, and you asked riding or traveling. Riding, you got the Ace of Fire, which is new passion, new spark coming in here. Um, and traveling, you also had you've got the Ace of Air, which is new communication and but disappointment here with the Three of Swords. So I don't feel like it's traveling as much as in the realm of writing um, between the two. So that's what I have coming in for those there. So boom, 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 boom. So that is what we have coming through. All right. And I think that was everything. So, again, thank you so much for your donation and for the updates. The dates and the updates, right? Absolutely. And again, thank you for your donation. Consistent donation. All right. Just had to put all the cards back in there. And I'm just going to move that back. And make sure nothing else came in. And I do have a Cash App donation coming in. So thank you for that. I'll be right to that. All right. So that'll probably log out there. Oh, all right. Very good. No, I don't have any minimums at all. I just allow, whatever anyone brings, because I know everyone's finances differ and vary, right? All right. So thank you so much for your donation. Yeah, it's been a minute, right? Yeah, things has been quite the adventure as always, and so I'm enjoying that. Um, absolutely. Do you have? Let me see. Did you ask a question up above? Yeah, it has been a whirlwind. Let me just scroll up here. If you have not asked your question yet, go ahead and pop it down below, and we will prioritize that there. Oh, okay. So you want an update and see how you did on your exam. All right. Let's take a look here. See what does Spirit wants you to know around the exam here. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. It looks very promising. You've got the King of Air who rules over the mind and higher education. So this is very good. And you've got the Four of Earth, which is about stability in the outside world. So the combination of these two, I would say, is um, very uh, positive. And then you also had the king, another king come in, King of Water, who is a balance of heart and mind. I like seeing that. Oh, yeah. So that's definitely you in your realm. And there's this, the King of Water is balancing of heart and mind, which, even though we have a lot of intelligence, if we're in fight or flight and fear mode, if our emotions are, then we forget and we're gone, right? And so this shows me that you were balanced, maybe confident going in, and you had access to the brilliant brain. And then you also have the 10 of water, which is emotional overflowing and happiness and all that, which, so these are very positive cards that I'm seeing here. Very, very positive outcome with the four, because four is the number of stability, which like four big legs on a table, right? It's just a very solid foundation. And then the king of water coming in here again shows me you balanced your heart and your mind, because all the kings, in addition to like he rules over air, he rules over water, but all the kings are given a second portion of air. So it shows me 2 points air, 1 point air, and then 1 point water. So three air and four water. So this is really good. Yeah. Um, oh, great. Yeah, very good. Yeah, and here's the happy Buddha. So this is like the 10 of cups is a very overflowing and happy type of energy that comes in with that. So, yeah, and let me take a look here. Yeah, and you even got the five on the bottom, which is about the teacher and the higher thinking too. So that was all there as well. Let me just take a look here. I'm just going to peek into your job here. All right. So this one here, yeah. So you got the strength card coming in here, for like the job, and I like this because this is a great combination. I mean, it's like your higher self supporting your human here. So I feel this is very strong card. Obviously, strength, strong card coming in here. So it's like have courage. It's Leo energy too, which is like the sun, fiery movement, and I feel like I need one more. Oh, yeah. Wow, you got 3 major arcana confirming about the job here. So you got the strength card, you've got the, patience card. I know. What? Patience? Temperance, right? And call, the judgment card. So this calling upward, which I like this. So you will get the call. Just have the patience and be strong. Um, it feels like you did very well there. So I like it for you. Great, great energies coming in there. So here we go, right? So that is what they have for you. So I am getting very positive vibes on uh, great results on the test and also job offer. So um, that is what they have. So many, many blessings to you, Guerra, and thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And Dune. You're very, very welcome. Let's take a look here. Absolutely, absolutely. It's definitely my pleasure. All right. And then Mila, thank you so much for your donation. Hello, hello. And let me see here. Did you ask your question up above? Let's take a look here. Ah, there we go. Thank you. I am doing well. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. You want to ask what will be Felipe's deep feelings for you if you send him home the sketch you made of him? Oh, okay. Oh, oh no. So this is going to be the by the way. See ya. Okay, let's take a look here and see what are his deep feelings after the sketch. Yeah, so you're gonna tell him that you're leaving, and then you're going to, send him the sketch, right? So, there's gonna be some mixed feelings in here. I feel already got 2, 2, and 2. Yeah. So, they're gonna love this side of it, right? Here's the sun, the brightness, the the joy, the victory, and they see the your fire. It's all this fireness, this warmth. So obviously, when they get the sketch, they're gonna love it. They're gonna feel like, wow, just feel really honored, right? There's this great energy that's coming in there with that, right? And then you have yeah, and we have the page of fire. So, new passion, solid foundation in the outside world. So they've got this energy here that they still want stuff, this completeness and wholeness in the outside world, and this fire and this passion, right? So there's all this feeling, all this passion that's here. Yeah, I thought there was going to be something here. So they love the pictures, they love this outside world stuff, but of course, here's the 3 of fire, the 3 of wands, which is you telling them you're changing directions and you're changing and going to a different city, right? And you have the 5 of water, which is emotions, cups, and there's this mixed emotions, of course. It's usually they'll focus on the 3 cups of disappointment, and eventually they'll learn their power of choice. But I feel like they just go into focusing in on their disappointment, their feelings, right? So they're excited and happy about that, about receiving it, which I feel like this is just validation for you. They like it, but then they're also, um, you know, disappointed that you're going to be moving away and changing cities, but they're not focusing on other options. They're just this 5 of cups that I'm picking up from them. They just go into this, oh, woe is me. It's all about me. Oh, I'm so sad. Kind of attention. It's almost attention seeking, or almost a little manipulation too. Because I don't feel like they're as upset as they're like, it's almost like if you ever see movies or if you experienced it where someone wails over a coffin. It's so exaggerated that it's like, seriously, you know? But it's what they were taught to do, and it's what they do to honor whatever situation, so, yeah, exactly. For you changing directions, the 3 of wands is you going a different direction. So, they're just like but they're, "Oh, it's all about me," and, "Oh, no, oh," you're just like, "Come on now." It's a little over the top, but, so it's just know that it's, uh, not that it's crocodile tears, it's true disappointment, but it's also embellished disappointment. So, that is what is coming in for you, Mia Mia, so many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And again, thank you for your donation. And Dune, thank you so much for your donation. All right. You are very welcome. All right, Dune. And so you were looking here, I just have concerns about your financial situation. What does Spirit want you to know around this? Oh, okay. Very energized cards. Okay, anything else? All right, let's see what we got here. That card is coming out again too. Okay. Um so we do have here, we've got the strength card coming. This is your higher self drawing you inward. And one of the things that it feels like your spirit is talking about with the situation is, the outside world is never going to fulfill us, right? And so it will be like there's this drawing inward and upward, and focusing in on that, right? There's this, this is going to bring you the answers. This is going to bring you the fullness that you're looking for here. And so there's this like side little thing they're saying here with the financial situations, any upsets that we have in our life are setups for us to turn inward and upward so we can see things with clarity. So, we have that coming in here, um, with all of that. And, we've got this five of you got fiery types of three fire cards coming in here. And so, there's this energy that's here about you focusing wherever you focus in your energy is what's going to grow and expand. We've got the king of fire here who knows they are able to grab the magic wand, and they know that stepping into their power, going, whatever I focus on is what expands. So like if we go, I'm worried about my finances, what happens, right? When we focus on worry, that's fear. I fear my finances are not going to get better. We tell the universe, I like feeling like my finances aren't going to get better. So can you extend that out? Because I really want to feel it. But when we start focusing on gratitude for what we do have, then we're telling the universe, I really enjoy being grateful for my finances. Can you bring me more things around my finances to be grateful? Because that's what this king is bringing in here. And this five of fire is this energy that starts off feeling like fear, and then it transforms into something that feels like love and support. And then you do have the three of wands, which is a change of direction that you are taking here as well. So there's this emphasis here of you choosing the direction you're going, you choosing where you're investing your energy. And are we, we either are focusing our energy on victim or gratitude. And so every moment when we look at it that way, it's like, oh, okay, am I feeling like things are happening to me and I'm a victim of life? Well, I'm feeding it and I'm telling the universe, I like feeling like a victim. Give me more things to throw things at me, or I'm like, I love feeling full of gratitude and like a victor instead of victim. And so, can you bring me more things like this? And so, we are the ones that are co creators in our lives. And I feel like with these three fire cards and the strength card about turning upward, that we can start looking and going, you know what? I can trust that everything in my life is happening for me, not to me, and that whatever I'm going through is because of where I'm focusing my energy and what I'm wanting, and I can switch this up. So I feel like there's definitely possibility here for more, a switch of income, a switch of blessings in your life strictly by what we focus on, right? So, I like that, I like that, I like that, Dune. So, that is what is coming in for you right now. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, let me just put these cards back in here. And all right, whoa, that is not my mouse. That is a votive candle that is hot. So let's take a look here. And oh, I have that log back in. It's like one email came in over here and then it stopped again. So not sure what's going in. Whoops. I'm going on with PayPal tonight again. Port issues. Why are your emails not working? All right. It is loading in here. Let me just see if there's any others that popped in there too. Come on, come on, come on. All right, there you go. All right, thank you so much, KDP. I do see your donation. So, right after Always Victory, I will jump down there and thank you for donating also on the super chat. All right, so Always Victory, thank you so much for your donation. And you'd like an Oracle and a Tarot. Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look here. So, why have you not received a response? Will it come? All right. All right. Wow. Whoopsh. Cards are flying everywhere. All right, so that's a good card to come up here. And I'm actually going to try these psychic tarot oracle cards because it's a combo of tarot and oracle. So let's take a look here. Oh my gosh. There must be a lot of energy going on tonight. All right. So first of all, um, what will the response come? I mean, we've got an 8 of fire coming in here, 8 of wands. Fast, fast, fast movement. So, um, a response will come here. Um, yeah, because you've got the 2 of cups coming in here and the 7 of air, 7 of swords, right? 7 of swords is understanding what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are thieving from us. What's the deception? What of these are deceiving us? And we've got the power of emotional choice coming in here too. So why have we not received a response? Because they want to bring this, to our face, right? To make us see, um, that we can choose whatever we feel in each moment, but what are also these thoughts and beliefs that are uh, feel like restricting us, right? So we have this, kind of energy coming in. Hey, Ty Madre, I know sometimes it doesn't show on your end that you've sent your question, but I do see it about 8 or 9 times, so you don't have to send it anymore, just to save you time, because it looks like you're spamming, and yeah, I know you're probably not. But I do go down in order, so I do see your question there. All right. So I feel like that's what's coming in here with this. It feels like not that it's a lesson, teach us a lesson. It's to help us with our awareness. And that's how they, really, really, you know, um, really get our attention is when things don't go the way they're supposed to, right? And they rattle our cage, which we always enjoy, right? Because your tarot slash oracle is, I think this is the 4 of cups. I'll double check here. And it talks here about discontent and boredom. We're like, huh, okay. Well, what's going on here? So let's take a look here and see what message comes in here with that here. Yeah. This card signifies a time when you may experience stagnation, discontent, and boredom. Feelings of restlessness and impatience surround you, right? We know that. A relationship, a project, or situation isn't moving forward fast enough and could be draining you emotionally and energetically, right? And that's the 2 of cups is the emotional power of choice, right? Every moment is an emotional choice, either between, unconditional love or fears of losing conditional love, gratitude or our victimhood, where life is happening for us or life is happening to us. And we all go through this wonderful ebb and flow of life. But this is what I feel, they're talking about here. And then it says, you're longing for change. And although one door may be closing, don't focus all your energy on it, as opportunity will soon knock. A window or another door could quickly open. And if your attention and awareness isn't focused, you could easily miss it. So watch for synchronistic events that bring books, speakers, workshops for a reason. This card, it's a perfect time to reevaluate and search within your heart and soul for fresh insights. Just can't make that up. That's exactly what we were talking about, right? With these cards, the quick movement, the looking inward to our thoughts and beliefs, and the emotional, things coming in there. So, here we have it. Boom, boom, boom. Uh, so that is what they have for you. So, yes. Will it come? Yes. Divine timing. Yawn. But also, it'll come in quickly when it does. But it's all about the looking inward on what are the fears that are coming up, right? So I like it. But that's what's coming in always, Victory. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So, Katie P, you are up next here. All right. All right, KDP, there we go. Question. Thank you so much. Can we please see what Siobhan thinks after your interaction at work today and what's going to happen after this? All right, let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. All right, well, okay. So we have the 3 of Pentacles here, and so, when we're looking at, what they think, they see you as someone you have the 3 of Earth, the 3 of Pentacles, someone who really, um, you stay true to your authentic self. I feel like, um now I wouldn't use the word stubborn because that's like a has a negative connotation. So it's not that they think that you're stubborn, it's just you're really true to yourself and you have solid beliefs. I feel is like what comes through here is they have this. They're like, okay, wow, you don't worry about what this person thinks or that person. You're not afraid of punishment or losing support. You're like, I am who I am, and they like that. You know. Oh, cool. Yeah. So they see this and they're just like, wow, they see this strength and they're just like not that they're jealous of it, but they're maybe a little envious because they have a lot of fears, I feel, you know, because they see here the 4 of water, emotional stability, and the 2 of air about making decisions. The 2 of air is close your mind and open your heart. And this is something else that they see in you and what they think after your interaction. It's like, you also though, you have this where you trust your heart, you allow your heart to have a say so. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like here's the water, right? Sploosh. Oh no. No. Was that hot water? Wow. So, there's this energy, here of like they say, it's like they see you as someone who also follows their emotions and their mind. And so I feel like there's a lot of envy and jealousy here, with that because they just see you as this person that just stands your ground. Um, oh, wow. Well, we know why it's come up again, right? To be dealt with. So let's take a look here. I'm just going to see what these other cards are here too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because we have the messenger of water here, which is the Knight of Cups. So definitely emotional, movement. Obviously, it seemed like it, was, flowing here. Um, but the things that happen for us, this movement of emotion, it's to bring it to our face because, um, water being thrown in our face. I mean, we get water in our face in the shower, we go swimming. So water, on us isn't generally, unless it's like out of a fire hose, generally doesn't hurt us physically, but it's the emotional stuff, right? And this is what's being brought up for you to face because I feel like this, like you're talking about your ex. I wonder, were they a earth sign? Because I just feel like this groundingness, this stuff that's coming in is it's bringing up some of the pain from the past, rippling from the past. Because what happens is when we have a pain that's in the subconscious and going on underneath the surface that's impacting us, we're not consciously aware that it is, but it's still running below the surface. That our inner child will bring things in the outside world to get our attention to go, look at that because there's a lot of charged emotion that's, inside that we can transform and we can not have it impact us anymore. So, and I know it's not funny. Oh, he's an Aries. Yeah. So there's this you know, um energy here, because here's also um, this is what it's coming in here. You're like a wet cat. Yeah. So this is from the past. I'm talking about the emotions from the past that are charged, right? And that you just here they come. It's drawing in more of the same. I mean, what are the chances of that, right? Because you have the seven of water, which is the emotional confusion, and the eight of air, which is our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are blinding us, binding us, and keeping us restricted and trapped. And so the reason why it has come up and the reason why it's come across is for you to free yourself from it, to allow this to, transform, and so that it can be moved out of your subconscious, out of the what's bubbling down below the surface. Because, it's like we suppress the emotion, um, and we didn't know what to do with it, and it's charged and it's impacting us, and we don't realize it, but we're 90% subconscious or unconscious, right? And yeah, yeah, and so it's like bubbling up, because when we carry it enough down deep inside of us, down deep underneath, it will impact us eventually. If we don't deal with it, then it starts moving out into our bodies and our physical bodies, and it comes out into the outside world. So our spiritual posse, our soul, our higher self, our spiritual posse, our inner child will do all this stuff to help us, even though we're like, why is that good for me? Well, it's because if they're screaming at us, our little inner child's going, "I want your attention." It's going, "Hey, hey, 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 I want you to look at this." And we're just like, it's like I've seen a lot of my friends who are mothers that have a lot of children. They just learn to tune out their children. Well, we all learn to tune out our inner child because we've heard it for so long. We're just like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then they're like, okay, well, I need to throw a tantrum in the outside world to bring something to your attention. And if that doesn't work, they'll bring it into our physical bodies too to get our attention. There's so much emotional basis to illness and dis-ease in our bodies. And then also, with the triggers that come from the outside world, really are for us. I know it's hard for our human to go, how can someone squirting, and doing this is for me? Because if it doesn't come out, you will get sick. You will, it'll impact you, and it's impacting you now emotionally. Just we may not be aware of it yet, right? So I feel like this is what is coming in there, and you asked for an outcome, and you really have this tower card. So the tower does represent a significant change coming up here because of this situation here. There's going to be people moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, to clear space for new people, new situations, and to clear your path too. So there's going to be some change. There is going to be some lightning strikes happening here because of it. Yeah, definitely there's going to be some, uh, say, repercussions, some reverberance from it. Um, but just, the Tower card tells us again, the Tower card is reaffirming what we've been talking about too, that everything does unfold on purpose, for a purpose, and that things don't happen to us, they always happen for us, to allow us to be set free, and to bring in information and knowledge in for us, for our experience, for our highest experience here. So I know it's hard to look at situations like that, but once we like step back and we, look at things, then we can, you know um, kind of move, like, transform it, right? And there's this freedom that comes, because each time, like, I had 5 relationships, and each time, uh, one of them, 3 out of the 5 actually, went outside the relationship, um, there's this, uh, why does this keep happening to me? And then after a while, I was able to look back and go, oh, and spirit showed me what I needed to learn, why these people were mirroring what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. Yeah, yeah, it's fear. We fear like, did I deserve that? Did what do people think about me? The when we feel the disgust, when we feel bad, if at the root of it is fear, and when we can calm down, because when we're upset about it, we're out of our minds, right? Our Like you said, a wet cat. We are in our cat mind. We're a little 2-year-old in the cat mind, wanting to feel safe, wanting to feel in control again. Take a lot of deep breaths. We'll allow our human, adult, compassionate, intelligent mind to come back, and then we can look at things more clearly. But while we're in the wet cat mode, hissing and wanting to attack, we're not going to be able to think through and understand, what are these fears? What am I fearing? How untrue these are? How can I transform these? I can look at these from this higher place of unconditional love and see my power, and see that these people's actions do not mean anything about me, about my worth. It's this transformation that happens. And we realize that, oh, their actions are telling me about them, their fear, their jealousy, their insecurities. Bullies, which this sounds like a bully, they are feeling so out of control in their life somewhere, that they feel doing this to someone else brings them up, not above people, just to feel worthy. And so when you see someone act and do these things, it's because they're in fear of not being good enough and rejection. Um, an emotionally intelligent person doesn't do those things to other people. Someone who is in fear, someone who's feeling low about themselves does, right? And we allow it because, one, when we go in, when we're shocked, because that's not something that's just normal. When we're shocked, we either go into fight or flight mode. And I don't feel like you're a fighter. In most cases, I feel like you go inward, you flee inward, and then you leave the scene, right? Because you don't want to hurt someone. You don't want to do those things to other people. And so your inner child wants you to get to safety. And so you don't fight unless you have to in the moment to be able to get away. And then once you're away and you feel safe and you feel in control again, then you can look at and go, why did I want this to happen for me? Because we are the ones that invited in to learn through it. You know, we move from that this is happening to me and feeling like a victim, to moving into, like, why is this happening for me, and do that, right? Yeah. So so that's why you do those things. But this is why it came up. I mean, what are the chances are that your ex used to do that to you, and this person did it to you? It's your inner child just going, hey, hey, we want to deal with these old feelings, these old memories. We want to transform them so we can be free. So I know it's tough, but it's it'll keep happening. We'll get more mirrors bringing it, because your inner child has brought it in a very loud way, because it's eating you up on the inside, and it's probably connected to other things it wants you to deal with. So that's what's coming through. Oh my gosh! Wow, wow! Right? What's the coincidence? How can that's synchronistic? So it is very obvious it is that. So, and definitely, you being our sister, part of our soul family, our heart goes out for what you've gone through, and in your past with the abuse and stuff. But we look forward to the transformation that you're making with it all too, because we know who you are, and you are powerful. So yeah, because you divorced, right? All right, Katie. So thank you for your donation. Hang in there, and at least we know why it happened and that there's going to be some repercussions that happen at work because of it. But all you have to really focus on is okay, go in and connect with your inner child because they are the ones that are wanting your attention and they want you to help transform those charged emotions and release them. Okay. Yep, absolutely. Oh, your kitties. Hang in there, Katie. Much love to you. All righty. And again, thank you for your donations. I greatly appreciate those. All right. Let me just make sure here with how everything's coming in weird here. So that was that one. That was that one. Okay, we took that one. All right. So Dune, thank you so much for your donation there. Let me just refresh this too. Apologize. I don't know what's going on with PayPal. And then, of course, when it's delayed. Okay, so that is it there. And so, Dune, thank you for your patience. So, you hate your job and you're trying to avoid it. What can you see regarding career? Absolutely. So, let's take a look here and refresh the cards here and let's see what we've got going on regarding your job. So, of course, when we were just talking about around finances, when we use our power, our energy, like when I was talking about, like, I hate my job, we tell the universe, I really enjoy hating my job. Can you bring me more things to hate about my job? Right. So we draw in more something, and I'm pulling cards here, but this is what they're channeling. There's like something that you might consider because this will help change the energy is what are you grateful for in your job? You know, even if it's like they have an elevator, to get to the floors instead of having to walk up 10 flights of stairs. I'm grateful for elevators. I'm grateful that we have running water for the bathroom. If it even if it starts off with, this is about it, how what I can be thankful for, it starts it and it starts transforming energy. Then there's one little more thing that you're grateful for, and then one more little thing that you're grateful for, and then it just continues to happen. It continues to unfold there for you. Yeah. Yeah. We'll start here because here's the power of choice. This is what we talk about. That every moment is about a choice. This is movement. This is victory. But the chariot tells us that, you know, every moment is a choice, like we talked about. It's higher vibration energy or lower vibration energy. And whatever we're focusing on, we're vibrating at that energy and we're drawing in things that match that energy. So if in the moment, every moment I have a story that I'm putting to this situation based on my thought, I'm the one deciding what it means. I'm the one deciding how I feel as I go through it. I'm deciding the energy that I'm putting in and the actions I'm taking. And so we are the co-creators. And with that chariot, it is about this whatever I focus on grows and expands. And so and I did it. I mean, I've experienced it myself because I wouldn't necessarily be sharing things from spirit that I'm like, I don't agree with that. I've never seen that work. Why are you making things up? Because they took me through this myself where for 30 days, I planned on doing a gratitude journal every morning, just something I'm grateful for in my life, and without repeating anything for 30 days. And once I did it for 30 days, I loved the transformation of energy in my life so much that I wanted to continue doing it. So I just continued doing it day by day, and I figured I'll know when I want to stop. Well, I almost went 5 months not repeating anything I was grateful for because the more I was grateful for, even if it was like, I'm glad I have, one left eye that sees, I'm glad I have two eyes that see. I'm glad I have one ear that hears. I'm glad I have two ears that hear. Glad I have one arm that works. I'm glad I have two arms that work because you see people that have amputees or that are blind or that they're deaf or, and it's like I have so much I can be grateful for. And the more I was grateful for, the more things that got drawn into my life to be grateful for. So the attitude of gratitude and the choice of gratitude is huge for us. And we don't realize what we're doing with our energy because we are these co-creators, right? So they're telling you that here you can do this, you can make this switch and this change of choice, and then you do have new opportunities that do come in. But until your energy matches it, it can't come to you because if you're choosing down here and this is a higher vibrational thing, you miss it, right? But when you raise your low vibration, it runs into you, it attracts it to you. And I do like this. I mean, we have the temptation card, which is the devil card, the shaking and the rattling of thought and belief and mindset around life, and it's having you question the beliefs and cores that you've been taught about what something is supposed to mean, how something is supposed to feel, what energy you're supposed to go forward, and what actions you're supposed to do. There's all these opinions that have been given us all our life, which teach us to focus on our fears, focus on what's not in our life, what's missing, what may go away. And when we're doing that, our energy is expelling things out of our life or attracting things into our life rather than when we learn the higher ways of focusing on what we're grateful for instead of what we're missing, we're not telling the universe, I really enjoy missing things. Can you make me miss more things? Instead, we're like, I'm so grateful for these things. Can I have more things to be grateful for? So these temptations are clearing away that thought and that belief. And here comes the 10 of earth. Again, it's like they're showing here when you do, and these are like you have major arcana here with the temptation, the devil card, and the chariot. And you have the 10 of earth, 10 of pentacles, and the page of earth. So new opportunities in the outside world, abundance in the outside world. So it does show you that when you do these things, it does bring in this wonderful, wonderful balance, this wonderful abundance. It starts drawing in those things. And same here. You've got the king of water, because let's talk about balance. We've got the king of cups, who's all about emotional choices, but balanced with mental choices. So the story we choose and the emotions we choose can bring in this fire, which is fast, fast movement, which is this energy. So right here, basically, this is the emotions we choose, the mental things we choose, and the energy we choose. And they're saying that, you know, um, when we change our uh, where we're investing all of that energy, we see the change in the outside world because we change and we draw in the energy. We raise our vibration. We stop attracting these lower vibrational, things, these challenges, and instead we draw in blessings. We draw in these wonderful, wonderful new opportunities and abundance and clarity, because then if it's like if that job is a lower vibrational job, when we're raising our low vibration, we'll draw in higher vibrational jobs and career and money and everything too, if that makes sense. So that is what is coming in, Dune. So hopefully that will help you. It's up to you if things will get better, right? If you continue to do what you do, you're gonna get what you get, what you've been getting, right? But if you change your thought, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on gratitude or am I focusing on victimhood and focusing on what I hate about something, right? Yeah, right. So, there's this wonderful, yeah, it is an aha, right? It's like, it's all in my hands, and we're like, "Yep, the universe is like, the waiter at the table. We're on the menu, and we're ordering it, and they bring us what we're ordering." Like, when am I gonna stop getting this fish head stew when we stop ordering it, and we start ordering the spaghetti with meatballs and, garlic toast? I know, must be hungry. But there's this, "Oh, oh." So, I like it for you, dude, and it's very empowering. I feel it's it if we could as each humans, if we could be taught that instead of the fears, life would be completely different, but it also be pretty boring, you know. We want the drama in the early part of our life, and we like this transformation that we can make too. So that's what's coming in for you, Dune. So many, many blessings to you. Thank you so much for your donation. Hey, Latoya. Good to see you. All right. So, so we did that one. We did those. So Mia Mia here again. Thank you for your additional donation. All right. So let's take a look here. It says, as energy change, could you please ask the cards? Oh, okay, sure. Let's take a look here. Oh, I understand. You know, what's going to go on with the dude? Is he going to change his attitude, his minds? Is he what is he going to do here? Okay. Yeah. You know, we start off with the hanged man, which is, you know, this holding, this stopping of things. With the 2 of cups, you know, this is the lover's card or the, you know, relationship card. It can be, which the combination of these is like they just it just feels like things come to a pause because they're trying to see things from a higher perspective, but you know, it just feels like there's this like um you know, things go into slow mode, frame by frame mode for this. When you let them know that you're moving, it just, you know, takes them back, you know, quite a bit, right? And you know, because we got the 6 of cups, the 6 of water, which is about, you know, nostalgia, looking back at the memories of, well, what we've had and blah, 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 right? We got the messenger of earth, which is the knight of pentacles, another slow moving card. So we've got 2 slow moving cards in a row of like things just kind of go and start going click, click. You've ever watched a movie and you like change it to frame by frame and it's just like you're like, oh my god, this movie's going to be 15 hours long instead of an hour and a half, right? So there's this, you know, slowing down, this you know, energy here. And the magician card for me with this is they are trying to figure out what they want to manifest. And you know, it's like it just slows down and they're trying to figure things out. um what do they want to manifest? What do they want to begin? What, you know, where do they want to head? You know, that there. Yeah, and we got the same thing here. Got the knight of swords, the, you know, the messenger bears the knight of swords, which is changing of thought and belief and mindset. And we have the emperor, who is all about, you know, them standing up and making decisions for what they want and what they want to do and where they want to go, and you know, all of that. So it's like there's this, it ignites them, and I think we talked about it before, where it ignites them to think about life, think about what they're really wanting and what they don't want. And you know, like I said, energy is always changing, but whoops, hopefully I didn't just knock the mic offline. No, okay, you can hear me? Yeah, okay. You know, it's like because you haven't told them yet, I don't feel like the energy has changed because you know, they are you know, where, you know, where they're at in their space right now. But until you tell them, then we won't see an energy change, right? So I feel like it's the same old that's coming in there with them, that it's going to throw them for a loop, and they're just going to not know what they want, and it causes them to kind of evaluate their life, which doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be like, I'm going to follow you. It can be, you know what, I want to go to Jamaica and become a pot holder weaver, you know, and you're just like, what just happened? but it definitely is going to spark them to evaluate their life and see what it is they want, what possibilities and what they want to manifest in their life. So it does shake them, but right now it's still in that same energy, if that makes sense, Mia. So once you tell them, then we'll be able to, yeah, ask later. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I think didn't in the reading, there wasn't there someone else that you meet, um, where you're going, I think, when we did your personal reading? I thought there's, like, someone else. But so if they don't follow you and they make a decision, it's not about you. You know, people don't not choose us. They're bumped out of our life to clear a space for that which is in our higher experience and our path, right? Yeah. So if you think he's amazing, just imagine who you're gonna meet if, your spirit guides are going, "Yeah, that's good. That's like a little, um" I don't even know cars these days. "That's a little smart car, but you get to have, like, this limousine," and you're just like, "What? Wait a minute." Absolutely, and thank you for your additional donation, Mia. Hang in there. Many blessings to you. Alright. All right. So I think we're done there. So, James, hey, thank you so much for your donation. And so you were asking, should you take action with Patty or wait for her to reach out to you? All right, let's take a look here and see what they are recommending or like what is for your highest experience. And I feel like, because I know we pulled cards on that before, and what they're showing me is that there was two situations and they're giving you like, if you ask, this is what will happen. If you wait for them to ask, this is what the result would be, right? And I feel like they want to do that again, um, which is cool because there's no wrong choice. There's just different outcomes, right? So let's take a look here. Anything else? And then I feel like they want to give you a psychic tarot oracle, like these cards. Oh, you get one for each too. Oh, okay. I like it. All right. So if you choose, oh, okay. What is your thing? Oh my gosh. So if you take action, you actually got the magician card, which is the action card. Ace, ace, ace. I mean, all these ones. You have all this action, all this movement, passion and fire, and new communication and manifestation, right? So there's all this, and then I'll also read the number one there, but I want to see these other cards first because we're being nosy. So with them, oh, okay. Oh wow, how funny. Because then you got the hermit. So hermit, which is more alone time, temptation, which is the devil card, work to do. And then we have intuition. So we have the high priestess. So you actually have both the divine masculine, um, high priest in a way, and the divine feminine counterpart to the magician. So I feel like it's like, things will unfold. It's just if you wait, there's just more in depth, because this one is stepping back and, turning upward into their high priestess temple, and they connect upward and they go back here and they dive deep, and there's all this stuff, right? So I feel like with the hermit card, it delays things, because the hermit is about a lot of alone time, which triggers looking into things, deep diving and doing all of that. And I mean, gosh, because there are three major arcana if you wait for them to reach out. And you've got one major arcana and two aces, which is like gifts from above if you do it. So let's take a look here and let me just see what messages come in here. So the awareness card, which is if you take action, it's one of the key reminders that you already possess all of the tools to guide and direct you in your life, whether it's wisdom, intuition, psychic skill, creativity, self motivation, love, willpower, physical ability, or just pure courage. They're all part of you. Once you learn to tap into and use them, you'll be amazed by the power and effect they can have. You have the ability to allow the universe to work in partnership with you. Together, you can manifest change, whatever the desire may be, and bring about a positive outcome. This card represents your ability to create your own reality, to set ideas into motion and watch them grow. This card's often drawn when you're ready to switch direction, start a new project, or change careers. Now is the time to use positive thoughts, visualizations, and affirmations as you veer away from negativity. Knowledge is power and can lead to success. By having faith, keeping your willpower strong and directed, and by tapping into the tools that you possess, as well as calling on the magic from the universe, you can accomplish anything and everything you set out to do. Boom, right? And then, of course, intuition's right across the aisle here. um, and I don't feel like they want me to read um theirs, because this is all about them turning inward. That if you don't reach out to them, they actually turn inward and they begin this kind of journey where they're off thinking about things and hermiting and kind of don't want to date, don't want to be around anyone for a while because they go into their work, their inner work, and this thing, you know, these whatever they're challenging themselves with, right? So I feel like that's what they're saying. Um, you can wait, but it will definitely delay you dating because they're going to kind of go offline to go inward and to reflect, which is not a bad thing, but it doesn't mean that it has to be that way because you have the magician, which is you stepping forward and you initiating the contact, which I feel is what they were nudging last time. And I feel like with the magician card, in fact, didn't you get the magician card? I feel like that feels so familiar, but it is about you stepping forward and that you can tap into the courage that you have inside and you can make stuff happen. So, um, that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you, James. Hopefully that's helpful. You hang in there. All right. Always victory. Thank you for your additional donation. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. Sure. I know, right? I like that deck too. So let's take a look here. So, is it possible to still manifest a positive response that you will receive in the near future? All right. Well, here's your two cards. So, you got rest and rejuvenate. Number four. This is the Four of Swords card, peace of mind, right? And then you have the firm found two fours, very solid foundation coming in here. Um, so the firm foundation, I believe, I'll double check. I think these are the Four of Wands with the red, but firm foundation, rest, and is that receptivity? No, rejuvenate. So, is it possible to manifest a positive response that you can receive? Yeah, solid foundation awaits here. I feel like it's just about changing, the Four of Swords is about questioning our thoughts and beliefs and finding this restfulness, this peace of mind. But let's take a look here. We'll read from the book here because I love these. Nope, that was that one. So rest and rejuvenate. So this card implies that a period of rest, meditation, rejuvenation, and recuperation is in order. It usually comes forward when you're encountering or coming out of a particularly emotional or mentally taxing experience. The number 4 in numerology means foundation. So, this is a time to heal, to be with your soul, and to continue moving steadily forward. Allowing space just for your reflection is both needed and long overdue. So, reposing and taking moments for yourself will give you the opportunity to look at a problem or situation instead of being in it. It's a chance to stand back, view your life with clarity and renewed appreciation, and see where changes can be made to create a healthier and stronger foundation, enabling you to take your next step. Ooh, okay. I like that. Let's see what this other one is here. So, firm foundation, another foundation card, right? This card denotes that you have already or are currently working toward establishing a solid foundation in the material world. I think that's the Four of Pentacles. So, using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork. By doing so, security will have a better chance of building in the future. So the material power that's now around you can either be an advantage or a disadvantage depending on how you respond to it. Don't let your current position determine who you are. Remember to give back and prime the pump of prosperity. For true spiritual and material wealth is as much about giving as it is receiving. Seek proper investment advice and realize that you don't have to hold on to your possessions too tightly. Just be flexible and allow things to continue to flow, right? So, hopefully, does that answer your question? I feel like there's solid foundation, peace of mind, solid foundation in the outside world. You know, the fours for me are very, solid, balanced cards. So it brings in balance. It brings in, um, it's like, like four huge legs on a table. It's a very solid foundation. That's what the four is, the foundation card. It's a strong, it brings in a strong foundations. And so when we're manifesting a positive response, it's going to be, they're basically saying that what's coming in builds a strong foundation for you. So, and that's one of the things that, again, when we talk about divine timing and it's like trusting that the creator and spirit will bring in what, the how, and the when, the perfect how, the perfect what, and the perfect when. And that's where our peace of mind and we just have this solid foundation inward and upward. And then we're like, okay, so I've done what I can do. Now I'm leaving it up to you. And if it doesn't go this route, then you're keeping me from going, in this way, right? So, that's what I like for this year because it feels solid, whatever is coming your way. So I feel like they're not so much possibilities as that they are, that there's the solid foundation that comes, you know. So that's what I feel's coming through. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Like release it. Do what you can and then release the rest, right? Um and that's the whole thing. It's the building the trust with the upper, the upper realm, because both the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, we get peace of mind by connecting to the capital T truth of the higher realms, seeing things from up there, and we cut away our fears, our thoughts of fear in the physical world. And the Four of Pentacles is realizing that everything in the outside world is unstable. We turn inward and upward and we find, oh, that's the only thing that's eternal and unconditional and stable is the love from above. So it's like this transformation, that the stability that comes in is when we turn inward and upward. And while we're waiting for things to happen, the more we turn inward and upward, the more we build this trusting relationship. And we're like, we see things of like, yeah, what does it mean if that happens or that doesn't happen? Nothing, it's experience. Because like one of the cards said in that book, my foundation is me, not anything out there, right? I find it in here. So I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. And I think that was all my donations here. Let me just refresh this here. 'Cause I don't think I've gotten any of the emails from PayPal. And we'll start on the free readings. I know. All right. Yeah. So we are good there. And oh, looks like I did get finally one of the emails. I'm not sure why one is coming and the others aren't. I don't know what is going on. All right. Well, we are all good there. And I think I've gotten all the others. So we will scroll to the top and Kritika, hello, hello. You'll be the first free reading coming in here. So, in fact, I think, well, no. I was going to write down what it starts and I was going to post it just for everyone, but you know, we'll remember an hour, about around an hour and a half in is when we started, if anyone asks. All right, so Kritika, you want to know, is Anavesh the destined person for you sent by the universe? What divine plan for your connection? Um, no. I know. What? You have transformation, death, and rebirth, and there's a new passion that comes into your life. So there is this movement, it's a ending and a beginning that brings you into this new beginning, this new passion, this new energy. So, I this, coming in here is telling me that they are not, and there's someone else that definitely is this bright light in your life, and they bring you uh, out of that. I don't even feel like like when you meet them, it's like you don't miss Anavesh. You just see it for what it was because this other person is so much in tune with you that you're just like, I know that this was meant to be, not that. So that's what I feel is coming in, Kritika. So I know, right? It's like, who is this? That's another question for another day. All right. So many blessings for you. Up next, we've got New Love. Hello, hello. You want to know if H is dating other women or romantically involved with any other women? Uh oh. We're going to bust someone out, huh? We've got the Eight of Water here. Um, which is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve and walking forward. And the Six of Water, which is about nostalgia and people from the past. I, I don't feel like they're dating anyone or romantically involved like in this moment because I feel like there was someone in their past, someone from their past that they recently were involved with, but they've walked away. They're like, whatever they had been experiencing, they've walked away, and because they're headed off on the ship to go to the emotional wish fulfillment, but they're walking away from emotions and relationships that don't serve them. And so I don't feel like and I feel like they have already because of the energy that I'm picking up here, but I feel like it was recent. So if you like, feel like, well, I've been dating for a year, I'm like, yeah, then they were seeing someone while they were seeing you. But I feel like it's, within the last, like April, May ish is when they ended it with like whatever past relationship they were with before. But I feel like they're leaving behind all these emotions and they're moving forward in their life because they don't want what they've had before. because it hasn't made them happy before. I almost feel like they're going through a kind of this epiphany in a way, which, we all go through it at one point where we realize all the unhappy relationships that we were in, that the same things happened over and over again. Oh, wait a minute. maybe maybe it wasn't just them. Maybe there's something I can look at within myself. And I feel like that's what they're doing too. So that's what's coming in, new love. So hopefully that is helpful. Many blessings to you. All right. And Christy O'Connor, hello, hello. Yes, you absolutely can have a general reading. All right. Let's see. What does Spirit want for you right now? What do they want you to know? All right. Ooh, don't we just love the patience card? Temperance coming in. Things are unfolding, but the four of air, peace of mind. I like this. The temperance card means that you are doing some more, letting some go. This peace of mind coming in, you know, triggers when we're cutting away and connecting higher, seeing things from a higher perspective. We're not so concerned about all these fears because we're just slicing them away because you have these ahas and these epiphanies. The temptation card, which is the temperance card, is all about, two cups going back and forth, and each time the magical waters go to each of the cups, it's transforming into gold slowly, right? And there's this releasing of these thoughts and these beliefs and mindsets that are just falling away, and it's allowing you to have peace of mind, and you're trusting that, you know that it takes time. It's going to take the perfect amount of time for this thing to turn to gold, and when it does, and I feel like there's this release that you've had of timing, and you're trusting, but you're having this movement um forward, because the temperance card is still, even though it's the patience card, there still is movement, right? It's still going back and forth, and it's still, every step that it's taking is taking it one step closer to when it turns to gold. So it's not just the same stuff going back and forth. There is this movement, there is this transformation. Just feel like you've entered like a small period of time where it feels like things have slowed down a little bit, but that's okay because it is perfect timing. Sometimes a cycle slows down on purpose for us to release some things to then speed back up again, right? And that's what I feel is going on for you right now, Christy. So hopefully that is helpful, and many blessings to you. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. Absolutely. Very good. You're very welcome, new love. And hello, Christy. I'm glad that was helpful. All righty. And then Sana Samreen, hey. Where will you meet your future spouse, and any specific details? So where and details. Let's see here. So where, you have the Queen of Air, and this is the balancing. She balances the mind and the heart here. Um, and let's see, anything else here? Oh, yeah. So I feel like both of these talk about like where, because we've got the Seven of Fire, which is about being seen up on a hill here. So I feel you meet them, like you are either standing up above a crowd or they are. So, I mean, you can be up on stage, it could be in a wedding, it could be performing, it could be teaching, it could be singing, a karaoke bar, whatever it is, one of you is on stage and you guys spot one another. That is where you meet your future spouse, is someone is elevated above the crowd, and but you guys still see each other, and they're just like, wow. It's like if they're singing and they start singing to you because they're just like drawn into your eyes, or vice versa, right? So I like this coming in here. And the Queen of Air is balancing your mind with your heart. And I kind of feel like this is talks about um doing things that make your heart sing. And I like this. It's like you're not not doing things with your mind to meet someone. You're doing things with your heart that you love, and that's where you meet them. is doing stuff that makes your heart sing. It's not like you're trying doing things to try to find them. You're doing what you love, and then they're doing what they love, and it's both you both do something that you love, and it's a commonality that you have. So, that's what is coming through there, Sana Samreen. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. And Cheery, you are up next. So guidance, guidance, guidance. Let's take a look here. See, what does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. Yeah, we got the Hierophant here, which is this invitation to go inward and really seek after what is your capital T truth of who you want to be, what you want to do. This clarity, it's like your higher self, and it's almost like the judgment card where the higher self is inviting you, but this master teacher is inviting you in, like, yeah, a guide of yours into a maze, to the maze of you, to find out what it is you truly want to do with your life. Capital T you, not a small t truth, right? We got the four of fire, which is joy, celebration. And I feel like this is a gathering. This is like the a wedding card, the celebration, getting together, very balanced energies. But so I feel like you're being drawn in here. It's like they're saying, if you have an opportunity to get together with someone that is a spiritual teacher, or that is education, a gathering to learn and to grow, then this definitely is a nudge to do that, because, the Hierophant can represent teacher or teaching, but the four of fire is like a gathering together. So I feel like there's this guidance of, you know, I don't know, like, not necessarily finding your tribe, but finding individuals who are seeking, and like you are, and there's a class available or a group get together, a gathering of some sort that draws you in, and allow yourself to follow that, because they do. One, you also bring information in, but they are bringing information in, and you're learning through this. So I feel like this is what's coming in with those cards there, Cheery. So that is what they have. Many blessings to you. All right. And we are to LA. Hello, hello. I do not see any alarms. So I think this is your real question. Of course, I didn't look all the way down. That's right. So you want to know, is Malak or Malik the right person to work on your case? What's the outcome with having her as your lawyer? Okay. I'm just going to shuffle these. All right. So let's take a look here and just see, what is the outcome if she works on your case. All right. Well, you've got the five of fire and the five of earth. So you have these two fives, which are transformative type of numbers, right? Five of fire, something that seems conflicting, ends up coming around to something less conflicting, more supportive. The five of earth is a transformation of feeling lack and feeling whole. So there is this change energy here, and I do want to just pull a clarifier for my sake here, because I just like feel like the energy could go either way with that. Yeah, 10 of swords, which is letting expectations go, endings and beginnings. Um 5 and 5 is 10. Wow. Okay. Are you just not wanting us to know, or what? What's the deal here? All right. King of water, balancing of heart and mind coming in here. So, I just feel like there's this just conflicting energy. Um, I want to pull a card here. I'm gonna pull from the Prairie Magic Majesty Oracle, because I just feel like they're being goofy. Clear. All right. Well, I think this clarifies it. Clear it out. Because it says, what kind of release would protect clarity in my space? The striped skunk. Um, I'm just going to see what this says here. Because, with that, I felt like, the energy I was feeling was, this, all these fives is change, change, change. And then we get the 10, which is let it go, endings and releasing. And then King of Water is about balancing heart and mind. I'm like, okay, well, um, let's take a look here and see what Striped Skunk says. Yeah, so when something's off, right? Whether it's mental or emotional fog, spiritual disconnection, feeling threatened, or something else. It's time to open a release valve. But how? Ignoring Striped Skunk's warning signals is risky. He's unlikely to run away. Instead, he'll take aim and spray an odorous musk that says, "Go away." And you can too. So, if or when you detect threats to your personal sovereignty, call forth your inner striped skunk. Override any tendency to retreat, give in, or choose another path. You have the right to set boundaries and clear out people or beliefs and ideas trying to take over your space. If others think that stinks, not your problem. Skunk offers this exercise for discerning what to clear. Oh, this is the exercise. Breathe deeply and evenly to focus on your body. And then imagine white light entering at the top of your head and traveling down, splitting into two stripes that follow both sides of your body and flow out of your feet. Visualize the white light going through the earth back to source or God, and then cycling back through you again in a continuous loop. Let this energy fill the field around you too. And as pathways open inside, receive the clearing this pure love intelligence offers. Allow any clouds to surface and dissipate. When you're ready, and as you continue your rhythmic breathing, return your attention to the situation on your mind today. And in weighing possible approaches or beliefs, compare them to the open and aligned feeling you've created in your body. If the flow stops, slows, or dissolves, trust what that tells you. Claim your space and source its defense in love. Yeah, I just think that was it. So I feel like it's saying trust your gut here. That the skunk doesn't have to accept everything else. If something stinks, if you feel something stinks, believe it. But try that exercise because I feel like part of what's going on here is spirit is teaching you to really connect to your inner knowing, your inner lie detector, your Geiger counter, right? That allows you to, really align with your gut instinct and your gut feelings. So I feel like with the skunk coming in there, it seems like something stinks, right? But I feel like trusting your gut, trusting your instincts is an important piece of this experience for you, LA. So I like it. I like it. So that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. Empress Luna, you can just ask it where you're at. I do go down in order, first come, first serve. And if anyone donates, I do step out of the free readings to prioritize those. So you can do that as well. Otherwise, I try to get down as many as I can for the free readings, but I don't always reach the bottom. All right. Yeah, because you're coming in around almost an hour and 45 minutes in. We usually try to keep it to 2 hours. I might go a little further tonight because it's my first night back and I get hyper. But that's the options. All right, LA. So that was for you. So Dijona Sturgis, you're up next. So whatever comes out, let's see what spirit wants you to know right now. All right. Wow. So you got two major arcana coming in here. The Hierophant, which is this drawing in, inward for your capital T truths, finding out about yourself, diving deep inside. And here's the moon, Mother Luna, d- having you connect to the higher realms, dive deep into your emotions, into the unknown. So you're being nudged here. It's an important time in your life right here for this inner investigation, for this transformation, this understanding of who you are, what you want, where you want to go. And I like it. It's definitely an invitation here of inward and downward and upward, inward, downward, and upward with both of these cards here. So I like it for you. Spirit is saying it's a great time for inner reflection, so that you can really have this clarity about who you are, and seeing things from a place of capital T truth. So I like it for you, and that's what's coming in for you, Dejona. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. Always victory. So this is for your free reading. And you had said don't worry about the oracle for this. So from your guides about the communication you're waiting on. Okay. All right, but I think we already asked that question, I think, down below. So I think we're just gonna skip over that, if you don't mind, because I think we already answered that for you. All right, so Anya Ahuya. Is Jay the Aquarius the person who's coming towards you this upcoming new moon? All right, let's take a look here. The Aquarius. I feel here with the magician energy that's coming in. It's this fiery energy. You got the messenger of earth too. I'm just gonna check something really quick here because I'm not remembering. I think the magician. Let me see here. I thought the magician, what was the magician energy? Mercury. Yeah, it's Mercury energy, which is air sign, but Mercury is not Aquarius. Yeah. So I don't feel like it is here. And I thought with the magician, with it being like this fieriness that's coming in, I do feel, kind of fire energy too. But I feel like this person, this individual that is coming towards you is grounded. They're in search of their worth, and they're in this quest for their worth. So there's this passion, this ignition. It's something that's very much a go-getter, and so I feel like you're going to really recognize them. I feel like Jay the Aquarius is doing their own thing, but with this energy coming in here, I feel it's someone who has a lot of uh, inspiration to go do things, and they're really in this part of their life where they're really wanting to organize and ground their life and their um, I don't know. It just feels very. You know how you'll meet someone who has a lot of energy to do stuff, and they're just all over the place, and you're just like, "Oh my god." It's like a little puppy dog that's so hyper, just running all over the place, right? But or you see it like a cheetah. A cheetah has high speed, but they're very focused and they get things, right? So that energy is different. It just feels like very focused, and going forward that way. But I don't feel like it's Jay, the Aquarius, though. All right, so that's what's coming in, Anya. So many blessings to you. All right, and mahalo, lovely lovey. Many blessings to you. And it's funny. My dad and his wife, they live in Hawaii, and they'll say aloha and mahalo too. All right. So, will you get approved for the HSF? Let's take a look here. I just want you to know, will you get approved for the HSF? So, we've got the Justice card here and the Tower card. You got these balancing energy coming in with this. And there's this This is not the delay card, but I for some reason oh, justice, so whatever this HSF is, there might be just some paperwork, some stuff that's delayed, on approval for whatever this is. It just feels like it gets caught up in I don't I feel like red tape, but the tower card is that it's happening on purpose, for a purpose for you. It ends up being better for you with it being delayed, for some reason. They're not telling me, of course, the exact details of it, but it's like it what they're showing in my head is like here if like I was applying for a home loan and it got delayed and I'm like, oh no, I wanted to close on it, but suddenly the interest rates drop over the next week and I end up saving a lot of money because of it coming in. That's the kind of energy they're showing me in my head is that it ends up being better for you with this delay, whatever the reason is, it just seems to work out better for everything. Like it's advantageous. Of course, it always is, but I feel almost Wheel of Fortune energy where even your human is like, all right, yeah, I'm glad it delayed because I see why it was. So that's what I feel's coming in, lovely, lovey, if that resonates, makes sense there. All right. So many, many blessings to you. And double, triple, quadruple X. Hello, hello. Good to see you. So, you want to know what is coming in here for you? Let's take a look. What does Spirit wants you to know that is coming in? Okay. Speaking of the Wheel of Fortune, I just drew it in. Here it is. So, like exactly as I was just saying, you have some great stuff coming your way here. You have the Page of Air, which is new communication, higher ways of looking at things too. It's allowing you to cut away some stuff out of your life, but I just feel like very strongly this is about new communication that comes to you. And it's good news, of course, with the Wheel of Fortune because it's the tuna for you. So it's definitely coming in here, and there's some stuff that's spinning. You have the ending and the new beginning, with pages being new beginnings. So you've got the ending and new beginning, and it definitely is coming here for you. Yeah, like I was just saying, your human feels this is for you, so it's got to be good for the human because sometimes the human goes, why is this happening, how is this for me, but this isn't. This is like they're like, oh yeah, this is for me, all right. So I like that for you, double triple quadruple X. That's what they I want you to know. Got some new communication coming, and that's good news. Right, Rhonda, hello, hello, my friend. You like to get guidance on your next step for this week coming up. What do you need to focus on? All right, absolutely. Always good seeing you too. All right. Oh, whoa. Just kidding. So you've got two major arcana coming in here. And what are these? 16 and 18. Um, so, you have the moon card, which is, do we have a new moon coming up? I think we have a new moon or a full moon coming up here. And I feel like that's important to know. In fact, I got my little calendaro over here. Let me just pull it up here. This is good for all of us anyway, right? Oh yeah. This Sunday, Saturday and Sunday is the new moon in um oh yeah, Gemini, right? So a new moon in Gemini coming up here. So I feel like this is important for you right now because this Gemini energy that's with this new moon is about new beginnings, opening up new things. And so using the Gemini new moon energy is an important thing for you, looking into what it brings. And we'll talk about it on probably Friday, Saturday around what a new moon in Gemini, what kind of energies, how we can use it for new moon wishes and have this wonderful thing come in because you do have I feel like you've been getting the tower card kind of popping up, these endings and beginnings, this transformation that's happening, which is for you, exactly right. Things are being moved out of your way, out of your life, out of your path for you to move forward. And this is great with this new moon because it means things, it's like there's this huge garden with all these corn husks that it's been all picked, it's already been harvest since last fall, and it's here, and it's being cleared and mulched and getting ready to put new seeds in. So the stuff that's being removed is stuff that served its purpose. It's just in the way. It's just not going to allow the new seedlings to have light to grow, and so they need to be removed for you, and that's what's happening. I like it. So if you want to, in the meantime, if you want to get it some advanced information, search like Gemini new moon and just see what you find out there, what you're drawn to. If you're interested in finding out more before like Friday and Saturday, when I'll probably talk about it at the beginning of the lives. So, all right, Rhonda, that's what's coming in. So many blessings, my friend. Trust that it's all unfolding for you, right? All right, many, many blessings to you. And Blue Eyes, hey, Blue Eyes. Anything you need to know. Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. All right. So you have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Earth, which there's this balancing energy coming in the outside world here. I feel like there's two choices coming up here because the Five of Water to the Five of Cups usually have three spilt cups and then two cups behind them. And I feel like there's like these um okay, so you know how like it's like you don't see something that's in front of your eyes. Well, that's what's back here. There's like these two emotional choices that are behind you, and these two pentacles, these two choices. I almost feel like it's two people. Like there's two opportunities that you don't even realize are there. And it could be like there's the, people that you know. If you're looking for romance, it's like there's two people that you know in this group of people, and you don't have any idea, you're not aware of it, that they like you and they're interested in you, and you have attraction to them, but you thought, oh, you just don't see that they're attracted to you, and so you kind of have um, not dismissed it, but put it on the back shelf. Well, that's the back shelf. Oh, okay, so that's the back shelf. They're ready to fall off the back shelf, and that there's these opportunities that if you turn around, you'll see that they're on the back shelf, and you don't have to wait for them to fall off to see them and hear them clanking around. You can go, "Oh, I know exactly which two these are," and you get to do with that what you want, um, because there is interest there. And you're like, "Oh my gosh, why do I have to go from no choices to 2?" I know, I get it. But that's what's coming through, Blue Eyes. So, hopefully that resonates, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, Esther E, hello. Wait, I gotta do the hand. Hello. Will you win your court case on June 26th? All right, let's see what Spirit has to say here about your court case. We've got two Hermit cards here. You've got the Hermit with number 9, and you have the 9 of Fire here as well. And what this tells me is that you have the power in your hands here. And what it is, because the 9 of Fire, the 9 of Wands is about, what obstacle, what energy block is there that's keeping you from moving forward. And with the nines, this is about turning inward and understanding, what is this that's here, what is this energetic block that's keeping you from moving forward, allowing resolution in this. And it comes to really looking into your inner child, looking into, that's the Hermit, taking us inward on this path, this journey, allowing Spirit to bring it to you. Think about, it can probably more likely be emotional energy. Um, 7 years old and younger is when our emotional body is created, which is where our giving and receiving out of balance thing comes. So if it resonates, if it's not emotional, look into the mental from 7 to 14. It's going to be one of them, or maybe close around between 6 and 8 years old. Maybe that's why they're showing me both, because it's like so close around this period where you felt you had to do so much to get so little. Did you feel abandoned? Did you feel left behind? Did you feel ostracized? Did you feel like you had to do extreme things for an individual who's very important in your life that you got very little back? When you bring that from the subconscious to the conscious, then we can release it. We can go, I see now what it is, and I don't have to have this out of balance giving and receiving, because now I'm going to give to myself, 1 to 1, and I don't need that anymore. There's this change that happens. So this out of balance giving and receiving, it comes down to 1 to 1. And because it's your little inner child, either the emotional or the mental, that has this energetic block that's like, no, we don't deserve that because we haven't done this to deserve this. And, if you're wanting this, wow, you have to do like whoosh, way up there, right? So, they're saying that there is an opportunity to win this court case, but you have to move beyond this energetic block around deserving it, because your energy, your love vibration has to match the winning. And if it's the lower vibration that's going on around this of not deserving, then you won't. And so it's around raising the love vibration, looking into that inner child, going, who is it? What situation was it where I felt abandoned or undeserving by someone who was very important in my life? And then releasing that energy allows that force field to disappear. So hopefully that makes sense, Esther. That's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. No, Felicia, you're still a few more away. All right. So, Daisy, what does Spirit want you to know right now? So you're still looking for houses, but there also is a house that is updated, and you'll try and be patient. Yeah. We've got the tower card. Things will be moved out of your way on purpose for purpose here. So, you're being kept from this, future condemned home. That's what they show me with the tower card sometimes, is like there's this condemned home and it gets hit by lightning and removed, but things get moved out of the way to make openings for exactly what you're looking for, which the Six of Pentacles is this wonderful giving and receiving energy. 3 pentacles on each side, a very solid foundation in the outside world. How funny. So, be aware when looking for homes that it has a solid foundation, otherwise it's going to crumble. And they just want you to focus on the foundation of the home is very important, because and trust that houses are being moved out of your way because there's unknowns. Either people, the owners know there's a bad foundation and they're lying and saying, I don't know anything about it. Or it's something that's going to happen in the future that people don't know about. So just trust that Spirit's guiding and knocking things out of your way so that you can have the path to the one that is the one that you guys are truly wanting. So, like you said, patience is important, because you don't want to rush into something and then find out what's this crack in the basement going on. Uh-oh. And then you're like, oh, foundation problems are the worst. So that's what they're trying to keep you from. So many blessings to you, Daisy. Hang in there. All right. No, thank you so much, Rhonda. Yeah, my host, she is hanging in there. She's on quite the adventure. She's a trooper, though. So thank you for all your prayers. She will take them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And so my next free reading coming up will be Eliza, but I do have a couple donations, so I shall return. All right. So AF Gemini, thank you so much for your donation. And so you want to know, your Taurus asked you out for Saturday. Oh, for your birthday. That's right. Hey, happy birthday. But he also has to work. Let's take a look here. So, will he be able to make it? All right, let's take a look here. Anything else? All right. hmm Okay. 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 Well, I'm liking this. I mean, the first card coming out here is the wish fulfillment card, the hope card, right? So this is for me is saying that yes, and I feel like they're going to make things happen here because we got the magician card, and I feel like they're going to work it out where they get off or get off early or whatever because we have the full card, which is this wonderful new adventure that comes in here as well. So, with the combination of all three of these, I mean, three major arcana too. It's a very significant time that's unfolding here. And you have the messenger of air, the knight of swords, which is movement of thought and belief, and also new communication. I feel like you're going to hear from them here that they were able to arrange something that they just have to work like a half a day or half of it or something where they were able to switch with someone or but they work it out and they initiate it here. So I feel like this is a yes AF Gemini and that they do come through here and I feel like you're gonna like they're gonna tell you here very very quick like I know it's like 9 o'clock where I'm at. I'm like, I almost feel like within 24 hours. I thought, oh, you'll hear tonight, but maybe it's tomorrow. I just feel like you're gonna hear very quickly from them going, I got it worked out. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, adventures, ventures without expectation. So I like it. Very good. Yeah, I mean, very very bright, very hopeful, very positive. So I'm feeling like a big yes, yes, yes with this one. So yay, and happy early birthday. So have a blast. Have a blast. All right. And again, thank you so much. And I just got the page of air. So that's new communication coming into. So cha-ching, happy birthday. All right. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. Hey, cheery sugar. So the next lesson that you can learn, let's take a look here and see what is your next lesson that you can learn? All right, yeah. So I do like this because the first card that came out is the King of Fire. And the King of Fire is the King of Wands who not only represents like your um you know, um, higher self, this awareness, this connection to your higher self. They also understands this entrepreneur energy, this energy of the wand that they can, whatever they focus on is what grows and expands. Yeah, there are no needs truly in our life. There's no supposed to, shoulds, have tos, need tos, musts. Those are a fear of our human. We're taught, oh my God, there's stuff I have to do in this lifetime, or God and the creator, the universe is going to be so disappointed in me. But baloney, it's a baloney because we're perfect mountains already. We're just exploring and walking around this perfect mountain of who we are, getting to understand who we are and the awareness. And some lifetimes we are up on the summit looking at everything. But how would boring would it be if every single time we're on the summit, we wanna go down where the waterfalls are, we wanna walk around where the caves are, and we wanna see all this different stuff. So there's can. We replace our should with could, and we get our power back. "Oh, I should go to work today. No, I could go to work today." There's one feels so heavy and full of so much expectation and judgment and contrast, and the other's freeing and adventuresome, right? I could go there. Well, I should, you know, different energies, right? So that's what's coming in there. This fire energy, this king of fire is teaching you that you can grasp more and more your power of where you focus your energy and what grows and what expands. Because you have both the Queen of Swords coming in here, whose balances, right, her mind with her heart, but it allows her to see of her own here, the seven here of this of swords, which is what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have cheated things from us, what have deceived us, and made us think that we couldn't have something or do something. This limitations, right? There's this clarity that's coming in, and this freedom. This Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords, has the Ace of Swords, and by connecting to higher knowledge, connecting to higher self, aware of what we can cut away, these fears of rejection, these fears of failure is a huge one for us, right? Of fear of failing, fear of not being able to do things, able to go places, um, able to achieve things, all those supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, these popular opinions of all these rules. And this is the breaking of the rules. So maybe the next lesson that you need to learn is you can break the rules. What? Oh no. Because you do have the Wheel of Fortune and it tells you endings and beginnings that come. But your human does feel like there are these, whatever these changes are for your best. It's the tune of for you, the for tune. And it is this freeingness that comes in, this trusting of the wheel, trusting that the wheel is always turning for you, even when your human has a hard time understanding why what is happening, and how can that be for me. When we're able to see things from that higher perspective, from our higher self, we're able to see how things are unfolding, right? We're understanding how things are truly for us. um, and sometimes we just learn to trust and build that trust with the spirit world that, I may not see it now, I may not see it ever as my human form, but I'm going to trust you that this is happening for me, and I'm going to do my best to see how it's happening for me and not happening to me, right? So I feel like this is what something that you can learn right now if you're wanting to do that and head in that direction. So since you're asking them, hey, what lesson can I learn? They're like, here's one. Here's a little booklet you can learn from if you'd like. And you're like, all right, I'm going to take a look at this, and this is what is coming in. So that is what is happening, Cheery, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And Melvin, thank you. Hello, hello. It's been so long. Thank you for your donation. I did get a Cash App that came through, and I apologize. I don't always remember the because there's different usernames compared to the ones here. So whoever was this one that sent me the donation on Cash App, speak up. Unless you already have. Let me just scroll up here. You might have already done it, but very good. I'm so glad, Cheery. um, so whoever did the Cash App, let me know. It sounds familiar, but I'm sorry, I'm not placing of which one it was. You know how it is. Um, so, and I don't see anybody mentioning it up above. So please let me know, and then I will. Um, After that. So, Melvin, thank you so much for Mel for your donation. And so he'd like you to get a general reading. Someone close. Oh, okay. Month ago and really has impacted you. Yeah, I definitely understand. And I know that's rough to go through. So sending you lots of love because I know that it does definitely, throw us into reflecting on our mortality too, right? It makes us think of these, what if that was me, Oh, okay, it is you, random. I thought it was you. All right, random. And I did see your question up above, so I'll do that next year for you. Thank you. But yeah, sorry, Mel. Yeah, it definitely throws us into this, you know, uh, super reflection, and it almost makes um, everything just kind of seem um, unimportant, right? So let's take a look here. We're going to start off with a higher self oracle here. So we got the Go Within card here to start off, and let's see what that says here. Okay, so there's a quote from Ma Jaya Sati Bhagavati, and I probably messed that up. But they say, quiet the mind and the soul will speak. Wow. Housed within each of us is a bright, loving spirit that is connected to all that is. And this spirit knows no lack or limitation or restrictions. It is safe and secure and aware of your true purpose. If you're seeking solutions, questioning your belief systems, or seeking harmony and peace within your life, take some time alone to connect to your higher self, which is the spirit that lies within you. In order to connect, allow space for the illumined thoughts of your higher self or for higher consciousness to enter your mind and withdraw from the outside world. The solutions that you seek are always available to you via your higher self, but only if you silence the mind to hear them, right? This calls for meditation. Meditation affords you the opportunity to receive wisdom from the realm of your higher self. By going within and meditating, you will bypass the negative mental chatter of your ego. Meditating and opening your mind to connect to your higher consciousness um, will help you find solutions, understand your true motivations and intentions, and provide you clarity and clear direction about the appropriate steps to take. To go within, close your eyes, then place one hand over your heart chakra, which is the center of your chest, and the other over the solar plexus, stomach region. Hold your breath for 5 seconds and then exhale for 5 seconds. As you maintain this breathing pattern, listen closely to the small, still voice within. Remember, your ego speaks very loudly, as all of ours do, while your higher self will respond in a soft, comforting whisper. Trust the message you receive and act accordingly. Yeah. So they are nudging to turn inward and connect to your higher self. And in doing that, it helps you connect and realize that, the character you knew here was just a character. And um, an important character in the story. Our story would be incomplete without them, but that there's this higher being, this actor behind the character who, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, who is immediately around us as soon as they slipped out of their character. And now they're like, can be in a billion places all at the same time, experiencing all this stuff. And it's, of course, us that's left behind going, what is the deal? But they are having a blast. But realizing and connecting with your inner self, you realize, okay, their inner self, their higher self is still existing. They did not end. They're just not here where we can see them, but we can feel them and they are around us. So I feel like that's an important step there. Yeah. You have the Three of Cups, which represents your spiritual posse being around you. You know, you have your guardian angel and your angels and your spirit guides and your loved ones who are on the other side. So, they are here, letting you know that they are part of your posse now, hanging around, with all of your other loved ones on the other side and your ancestors and all your spirit guides. They're all with them now, and they were looking at you from a place of unconditional love, and going through that too. So I really really like that here for you. And you have the Four of Fire. It's like they're saying this is joy, this is celebration, this is a gathering. You know it feels like it's time to get out, it's time to, if you're invited out to go somewhere, it's time to express that joy, allow this joy in the inside of who you really are, let it out. It's time to laugh. It's time to, it's like they're giving you permission to laugh. I feel like they were a very, it feels like, I don't know why they're showing me, I don't know why I'm seeing their face right now. You know, he's a comedian who committed suicide, Robin Williams. And they're showing me Robin Williams. They're just like, laugh, have humor, enjoy life, and they want, just to say it's so, where they're at, there's like continuous joy, but they're saying you can have that here, enjoy that here. And I'm not sure what Robin Williams is in there, but yeah, and then you've got all these thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. You got the so you have the 5 of air, the 5 of swords, which is mental conflict. You have the 4 of air, which is them saying peace of mind, and it comes in here with the 2 of air. Close your eyes and open your heart. Get out of your mind and into your heart. Yeah. Oh, wow. There you go, four-leaf clover, and all these fours, yeah, because you definitely have got, all these you got 2 fours in here too. And it's funny, you've got 2, 3, 4. You got 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. That's coming in here. But I feel like a big piece of it is stepping out of your, um, out of your mind and allowing you to slip back into your heart here. Let's see, been really busy, not meditating. Oh, clearly your higher self. Yeah, right. Nudge, 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 nudge. Ah, okay. So that's why. Because Robin Williams' humor, you know, it was special, and I loved his humor. And I feel like he's bringing up Robin Williams too. There was a wonderful movie, What Dreams May Come, that he was in, and if you haven't seen that in a while or watched it at all, um, it's probably on Netflix or somewhere. It's a very old movie. And oh wow, okay. Ooh, I just got chills because in the movie, um, oh, I can imagine. That's my sense of humor too. Very dark humor. Uh, Actually, I just have a wide variety. It can go very dark though, but in this movie, What Dreams May Come, the yes, okay, good. So you know, his wife, um, it's like they lose their children, and and his wife goes into very, you know, deep depression, and she ends up committing suicide. And then he ends up getting in an accident, and he goes to heaven, and he wants to find his wife, and they tell her that, well, she's put herself in her own personal hell. And it's a wonderful adventure because it shows how this freedom and this that the other world is, and that it's not so uh, as we're taught here in the human world. So I really like that, and if that helps, check out that movie. I feel like that's why they also showed me Robin Williams is what they were nudging me about. So so hopefully that is helpful there, Mel, and, hang in there. Connect with them because 'cause they're part of your posse now. So, whenever you get, any little taps in your brain and of memory of them when you're not thinking about them, that's them. They'll probably lick their finger to touch, a brain cell to make you remember a memory. Um, but they are around. They played their part. It's like a role in a movie, They're like, I did it. I had my death scene, and now I'm in the audience having a blast. So, I like it. All right, Mel. So thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And many blessings and much love to you. Alrighty. Let me just double check here. Yeah, I just got a PayPal email from 2 hours ago. So PayPal must be starting to push out its emails. All right. And then so Cherry, your second question will be here in a sec, but Random did send me a donation before that, via the CashApp. So let's take a look here. Random. Let me just scroll up here. I think it was like way up here. Oh my gosh, has it been 2.5 hours? I just love this energy. All right, I think it's up here. There you are. um, Yeah, hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing, amazing. Very, very busy, couple days off, but it's productive. And, so it's always good, right? So you wanna ask Spirit what you should know about your new employee. What does he think about your thought process? Uh-oh. Do you really wanna know? Do you really wanna know? That's funny. I'm sure it's nothing bad. All right. All right. So we do see here this page of earth, the page of pentacles. They do see this as like this new opportunity. They like this opportunity to learn and seeing things from a different perspective. Because they see here that they perceive you as this individual who has a balance between heart and mind. You're not like all like, this is the rule and you will obey. You're more talking about like, this is why and this is how we do things, and here's the flexibility, and this is the standard, but da 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 da. I just feel like they see that you're not just this or this, that you have this wonderful balance is their perception, which I feel is true, but they see this as a new opportunity to grow and to learn. We also have the 8 of water. They're leaving behind emotions and things. The night they're headed off to wish fulfillment, and I feel like they're leaving some stuff behind wherever they left from and where they're going. They feel like this is a new adventure, that feels like this is somewhere that can make their goals, their dreams in a way come true. So I like this. I like that they see your approach as balanced. They see it as hopeful. They see it as like, all right, I can see how this can work. I feel like they have this excitement here. they are in this transformative stage of their life, and I feel like it's important. Is this 12 and 13? No, 15 and 12. They're in this transformation. The hanged man is like a cocoon, right? So they're in this transformation. They're in this huge growth period in their life. And the temptation card here, um, which is the devil card, is about leaving behind old things that no longer serve, questioning thoughts and beliefs. And I feel like that they really it's I almost want to use the word intrigued, but it's like this curiosity and this adventure for them because they're really I don't feel like they've had anyone that they've worked for before like you, where I feel like you tell them the whys and you tell them the perspectives. And I feel like you're a teacher at heart because I feel like they are just like getting things and understanding things like they never have before. And it just feels very, evolutionary for them. Like they're just like, oh my god, this is the way I've always believed things. And they might have like challenged a little bit in the beginning. That's what happens when the Saturn energy comes into our lives. It's like rattling their cage, and they might in the beginning be little not defensive, but they might be like, well, that's not that's not how we did it at our other company, but I feel like they're like, wow, I get it, and I just feel like it's a great feeling that's coming in here. So, I like it. I like it. I feel like their cage got rattled at first, but I feel like they're just really seeing that, you don't do things nilly-willy, willy-nilly, that you have purpose behind it, and they're on board. I really like it. So that's what's coming through for you, random. So many blessings to you. Enjoy your new employee. I feel like they can be molded. All right, I think that was your question, right? What you should know about your employee? Okay, yes, we told you all that, and about your thought process. Yep, so perfect. All right, so many blessings there. And then Cheery, your additional question, and you were like, so you're learning this lesson right now, which is great. You're like, what about the next lesson after this? You're so funny. Absolutely. You're very welcome. Many blessings to you. All right. Let's take a look here. What else? Keep on getting the Wheel of Fortune. Cheery, cheery, which is a good card to keep getting out of all of them, right? Um, so you have here the next lesson that they're saying something that you can learn that can give you a different experience. You've got the full card here, which is about, it's the end, it's the zero, it's the beginning, ending of old, like the world card is ending of old cycles, beginning of new, and this is a beginning of a new adventure that's free of a lot of expectations, a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos. It's like, you know, going on a vacation without planning. It's like, all right, I'm going to drive here and I'm just going to see, am I going to take a right or a left? And then I take a right. And then you do something like a magic eight ball, left or right. Okay, I'm going to go here, and you end up somewhere. It's like, can you imagine? My Capricorn rising's going, no way, it needs to be planned. But this is this freedom that's coming because it's, being able to go with the flow. You have the three of water here, the three of cups, joy, celebration, enjoying life, enjoying the passions, having fun. It's like there's this, get out and enjoy and laugh and really have this balancing of this mind with the heart. The Queen of Air, she rolls over the brain, over thought and belief and mindset. But this is like there's this The heart needs a place. The heart wants expression too. And I feel like that's what, they're wanting to come in here. Who you? Look at the little owl peeking through. They're like allowing yourself this journey, allowing yourself this enjoyment. I feel like they're saying here, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. You do the work, you put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, but there's this joy. I mean, this is it's like your outside world is gonna move. You are a mover and a shaker, you do stuff and it comes through, right? And you have the wheel of fortune, things are moving forward, things are gonna progress. But if you okay, so they're saying that if you wait to celebrate, if you wait to have enjoyment and joy, putting your when in the future, then I can celebrate. But I'm not going to celebrate until I have all this done. It's like celebrating every moment along the way allows you to have this great, joyful journey, and that your joy is not dependent upon anything and no one can take it from you. Your joy happens inside you on your journey and adventure. You're still doing the work, you're still doing these things, you still have things unfolding, but you're not waiting for when to celebrate. It's about celebrating all along the way, every moment that you can. And letting the supposed to's and, like you said, all the supposed to's and shoulds and need to's go. It allows you to have this, new adventure, this new experience, like a little child who, just sees the world in wonder and that everything will unfold and be beautiful. And, there's all these opportunities that can come in. So I really like it. I feel like it's a wonderful, I feel like it builds upon what you're learning now, and but it's about celebrating each moment along the way, that you don't have to wait for a when. So I like that for you, Cheery, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, and thank you for your donation, your additional donation. All right, so I'm gonna take a drink and we'll return back up here. So Eliza, hello, hello, blessings to you as well. You want to know, is there something that blocks the flow of money to you? You're having difficulty in your sales the past few months. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? We're going to get the Six of Pentacles. We're going to get a Wand. So what's going to happen here? Let's identify where's this energy coming from that's blocking you, right? Okay. All right. We've got the Queen of Water here. Queen of Water, of course, rules over emotion, co-rules with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which means she's the master of emotion, master of water. She's like the high priestess, dive deep down into the nether regions of our unconscious, and she's able to connect to the spirit world, right? And the Ace of Air is, of course, the Ace of Swords, which allows us to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm. So there is this seeing things from a higher perspective, but there is this emphasis on these emotions, right? And I think we've talked about a little bit about, whenever we have blocks in our life, they're usually coming from one of two places or two of two places. Either emotions, our emotional child, which is 7 years old and younger. And we talk about the out of balance giving and receiving, right? Where when we're younger and 7 years old and under, there's this important person in our life that we feel we have to overgive to in order to receive a little bit back. And that has this out of balance giving and receiving that comes in, which blocks because our little inner child didn't know any better. Goes, oh, this must be good. 1,000 love coins and I get one back. Sure, rate of exchange. Let's just bring it down to our subconscious. And that has our little inner child doing hatch marks, keeping track of how many love coins are we giving? Do we deserve abundance? So if we have sale, like if our abundance, if we're having these things, that the flow is, um, feels like it's being have force fields around it, like things are being kept away, then that's our little inner child. And all we have to do simply is to bring that subconscious belief into our consciousness and go, who is it that I had to overgive to when I was younger? And there's this transformation, right? We can go, oh, that's who it was. Usually parents are a big usual suspects, right? As I call them. And when you identify, oh, it was dad or mom or both, or grandparents or teachers or coaches, whoever it was that felt you had to do so much for to get so little, you just, oh, and then you can edit it. Now that you realize that little edit button appears, you get rid of those zeros, make it 1 to 1, click the save button. And when it goes back down and you brought it into your conscious awareness, now our inner child doesn't need to keep track anymore. And it releases those force fields. And then here comes an abundance, right? The other thing that impacts us, because I said there was one or the other, is wherever we're focusing our energy. So if I'm focusing and I'm going, oh my gosh, I'm having difficulty with sales. I'm missing my sales. I have difficulty with sales. What our energy is saying is, I love having difficulty with my sales. Can you make it even more difficult for me? Can you make it go longer to have difficulty with sales? And universe is like, whatever you want, whatever you focus on is what we'll give you, because we're telling them, this is what I want. We're pointing, and all they know is we're pointing at it. Look, look, look. And they're like, oh, you want some more of that? No, no. What do you want? I want this. It's like a little kid in a donut shop, and they're pointing at a donut, and the person behind the counter is going, oh, is that what you want? Here, I'll give you some. No, no, no. Why are you pointing at it then? Like a little kid. Oh, I want an apple fritter. Oh, now I want an apple fritter. But when we're focusing on the apple fritters, we're focusing on what we're grateful for, then that grows and expands. And then, we're telling the universe, I enjoy being grateful for things. Can you bring me more things to be grateful for? So you can look at the blocks, that any emotional blocks that are underneath the surface, and any mental blocks, or where we're focusing our energy in each moment, and go, oh, and even if you have to put a little alarm on your phone, what am I grateful for in my sales? What am I grateful for in my life? Every half hour that you're awake, make your habit focus on what you're grateful for, and that'll release you from these blocks of things coming towards you. So that is what is coming through for you, Eliza. So many blessings to you. And that is what they have. All righty. So, Felicia, you will be next for the next free reading, but I do have an additional donation. Thank you so much, Cheery. What is that? Hmm. Hmm. So, do spirits have to say anything about that place right now? Oh, the place, the place. That's funny. Let me see here. I feel like I want to grab a yeah, I'm gonna grab an oracle, the Law of Positivism Healing Oracle. Let's see what they have here, because it has beautiful flowers, like a cherry blossom. Let's take a look here. What else about this place? The place. Wow. It's gonna zero in a little bit here. I have the dark and the white snake though, but I just feel like got the butterflies. Whoa. Good thing it didn't hit the candle and catch on fire. Card number 41. And it is in the spiritual healing section. And we talked about wherever this was a place of spiritual healing, right? They offered things of healing in different ways, right? Right. The yin yang snake. So life evolves and grows through our intentions, thoughts, and actions, and helps shape our soul's journey. Know that you're always doing your best with the tools you have and accept that you are on the path of learning and growing. It is essential not to judge or feel guilt or shame about anything, but to learn and grow from every experience. So, as souls, we aren't confined to one space, a linear timeline, or a physical body. Just as we enter into a dream state every night, right? You dream about this place. We are also in this dream of a life that never actually began and will never end. There is a constant evolution through our experiences, actions, and intentions. Working with healing in a non-linear way and entering the web of life, the spirals and circles, keep that in mind. We start the process of understanding the eternity of which we are a part. Are you having recurring experiences, emotions, and states unexplained by your direct experiences or recurring dreams, right? Then this could ask you to dive deeper into your healing path, transcending the three-dimensional and linear existence and crossing timelines. Ooh. Journaling, hypnosis, and guided meditations could help you go into more profound healing work. So I like that. I give a journaling practice, but I feel like you know those. The symbols, the snakes are spiritual wisdom and transformation. Yeah, the black and white is the yin yang, and the butterflies is transformation. The butterfly stood out to me too, but the circles and spirals. So if that means anything to you, also pay attention to card 41. But I feel like it's dreaming, and I almost feel like, and this is interesting. I almost feel like part of like it is a physical place in Japan, but I feel like a lot of what you see isn't in the physical plane of where you're going. It's like another dimension above it, if that makes sense. So it's interesting. And I also want to let you know too, thank you for your question around dimensions. I actually did complete my little Take 10 with Zen, which will come out Friday morning, and I answer your question. So about dimensions. So it's interesting. But I feel like they're saying here, um, you even got the strength, connecting with your higher self, the hermit going away. So some sort of silent retreat or some sort of treat where you go with yourself, with your higher self, but you go by yourself to it. And it's part of a spiritual healing. It's part of a spiritual retreat of some kind. It keeps going back to that. So that is what's coming in, Cherry. Hopefully that helps a little bit. But spirals, those spirals and things coming as well. I know it's exciting. All right. So that's what they have for you. Hey, Rishi. I think that was it there. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. It's like the emails are starting to come in from PayPal now. It's like they're the old ones from a couple hours ago. Alrighty. So again, thank you for your additional donation. Greatly appreciate that. All right, Felicia, we are there. And yes, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. Something they can do that's for free, and but it allows you to be part of the love tsunami and helping spread the love to the world. So thank you guys for that, and thank you so much, Felicia, for posting that. All right. So what's going to happen to you next regarding seeking jobs? Wow. Definitely had this card came flying out. So the card the card that came flying out, patience. Oh, what? So just know that it's unfolding perfectly. You have the Six of Fire, which is the victory card, the being seen card. So it is coming forward here. It is unfolding. It's just taking a little bit of time. Um, and I feel like there's this, the temperance card is which that is it's just taking time for things to work out. I don't know what's it just feels like, there's just these delays and there's taking time for things to unfold. It's just taking time for processes to happen. People out sick, people doing background checks or whatever it is. It feels like there's these delays and delays, but it's all happening here. I mean, you're learning through whatever you're going through, right? Every moment is a wonderful learning lesson. So I do like that. Um, we know that it happens on purpose for a purpose. So we know that we're not, you know, it's, you know, when did you say you're now in a situation? Uh-oh. So what are you saying? Um, you're now in a situation that the agency you're waiting for hasn't offered you anything, and the company offers you a job, you won't take the opportunity. Okay. Uh, yeah, because I thought when you there was like there was two job offers I thought, and the one's going to offer it to you, and the other's going to take a long time, right? So I feel like there is going to be a job offer coming for you. Um, But if you don't take the opportunity, then that definitely is your choice. I thought the one before Spirit was like, yeah, you can take that one, and when the other one comes, you can like see if it's something that you're really wanting or not. But I feel like you have a job offer that's coming up, um, and they were encouraging you to take it, right? To get you moving from where you're at into this other opportunity, and then if this other job opens up and they do have that opportunity, um, yeah, these are the two jobs, right, that we were talking about before. So I do feel like one is coming, and the temperance is patience. So that would definitely be yes, yeah, because you have a world card, another victory card. The six of wands was a victory, and you got the world card, which is another victory card. Ending of old cycles, new beginnings. So I feel like you're going to get job offer from one. The other one's going to take even longer. And so Spirit was saying, yeah, take the first one that comes, and then when the second one comes around to offer it to you, you can find out. Well, what do you have to offer? What because you're gonna compare it, and I feel like you're gonna enjoy this first one that you get, and the second one when it comes in, that's not gonna be enough for you to make a jump to a new company. You're just gonna be like, "Well, thank you for the offer, but I'm getting paid this, and, I'm getting paid, comparable to that, and they even offer this, and da, da, da." So and if they can't, lure you away, then you aren't lured away. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, Felicia. I like it. That's what they have. All right. So Cynthia, I'm sorry, Empress Beauty, you were up next, and then Cynthia. So Empress Beauty, will you get a new apartment soon? Let's take a look here. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, I thought here you have the five of fire, which it's like you hit some blocks here with this five of fire. It seems like there's some conflict in the beginning, but you have the eight of air, which is the eight of swords, which is the movement, flow of thought and belief, and you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets were restricting you, and you do make a change. This is you, the three of wands, changing direction. So I feel like there's some you're hitting your head up against a wall, and then you go like, what's going on? What do I really want? And it's like, usually they have a blindfold and they're bound and they're trapped. You're realizing, what if my thoughts, what are my expectations, I don't want all this stuff. Why do I think I need all this stuff? Well, because I was told I need all this stuff and all this stuff. And this is where I should be and supposed to be. You're like, no, I want this. And then you change directions. And then, yes, you do get a new apartment. Soon, I feel like more end of July, moving into August kind of energy. Because I feel like with that eight of air too, that the August timeframe, it feels like you find it and you get into it, but you move like the beginning of August, or you move at the end of July and they prorate it and whatever, how that works. But you got it's like you bump your head up against this wall, not physically, of course, just energetically, because you're trying to go in a direction that's not really true to what you want. It's what you think everyone else wants, but you get to choose for you, and that's where things unfold. So that's what's coming in, Empress Beauty. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. You're funny, Felicia. All right, Cynthia Brito. Hello. So rest. Okay. Okay. So what for the rest of the month of June for you? And if you haven't checked out your monthly reading by each individual zodiac sign, be sure to check that out too. Because there's a lot of great information in there. They're like averaging 40 minutes long. A lot of great information in there. Because you do have here the rest of the month, you have this new opportunity that opens up in the outside world and new communication that comes in. So there's this newness, this freshness that comes in here for this month. Very positive things, communication, thinking, seeing things from a higher perspective, allows new opportunities even to open up in the outside world that feels very like an upgrade. It just feels very evolving and stepping up here. So even this, I like this, the wings here. So I like this. Very, very grounded with the earth energy, but also new thinking and new, it's communication keeps on coming in. Just feel like there's new communication, new opportunities, movement up. It just feels very um, expansive. And with this new moon in Gemini coming up here this weekend, I feel like there's some nice birthing that comes with that as well. Not like birth of your child, but that I know of, but birthing of of new things that are exciting for you. It feels, it's not like, oh God, surprises. It feels very like, wow, it's a nice surprise. It's a nice opportunity. So I like it. All right. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings too. And up next, Margaret Tungara. Hello, hello. So will your claim process through the appeal? So will your claim be processed? Let's take a look here with through the appeal. All right. Yeah, I see here we've got the magician and we've got the star card, and you also have the two of airs. So star is, dream come true, hope, magician, putting your energy forth and where you invest in your energy. The two of air does say, two of swords, close your eyes and open your heart with decisions, right? Trust your magic. Trust wherever you focus your energy is what grows and expands, because you have the possibilities here of having your dreams come true. But the magician card is telling you that you have this co-creative manifester energy in your life every moment, and whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And so there's high hope, but they are saying to close your eyes and open your heart and not go off of logic, of because the logic will tell you fear, 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 no, 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 all this stuff. And then you're feeding it and you're growing that. And then self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So whatever we focus on, if we're focusing our energy on fear, which is a lower vibrational energy, we're going to invite lower vibrational things in and people in, right? But as you focus on gratitude and upper, your higher vibration, then that's what comes in. So there is this possibility that it will process through the appeal in, but it has to do with your energy. You're the one that's influencing the outcome. And so I like it that it's in your hands and not someone else's. So that is what is coming through for you, Margaret. So many blessings to you. All right, everybody. I just hit 3 hours. So let me take a look here. See how I'm going to go into kind of like a super lightning round where I'm going to pull one card readings for any remaining free readings. And if anyone wants me to go deeper, you can still make donations. I'll still honor those. But I'm going to scroll down here. The next free reading up was, will your old landlord give you a good report so you can get your apartment? All right, Ty, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. You have the 5 of Earth, the 5 of Pentacles here. And, this is this movement of feeling of lack, of being left behind, being left out in the cold. And it's a transformation of those. I don't feel like that they are going to need it. I feel like they're going to, um, I just feel like they're not going to need like this huge good report. They just need to confirm that you paid on time. They don't need a whole lot. I feel like that they need it. I just feel like that there's this transformation where this outside world just it just unfolds for you, and you get the apartment. But I feel like like when you they talk to your old landlord, they're like almost like, what a jerk, and they're like, you know what, they confirmed that you were there and stuff. I just, I feel like they're very unprofessional to your new apartment people for some reason. And I just feel like they're just like, okay, yeah, we got what we needed. And wow, I wouldn't believe anything they would say anyway, because they're just like, who is that person? That's the kind of energy I feel. So I don't feel like you have to worry about it. They're going to confirm what they need and you get the apartment. All right, Ty, that's what they have for you. All right. And Era Evangeline, hello. You want to know, how does JH feel about you? Patience, temperance. They're going through this evolutionary process here. I feel like, and especially with the temperance is like 2 cups, which the 2 of cups is romance. I feel like they're very slow watching things unfold and watching things transform. I don't feel like they're in a rush to get anywhere quick with this energy here. It's not that they don't like care for you. I just feel like they don't want to go anywhere with anyone fast. I feel like they just want to enjoy life and have what they have, and they don't aren't. I just don't feel like they're super motivated to get anywhere fast, and that happens for us because as we are going through, you know, waiting on other people to move faster, it's a time for us to raise our love vibration and our self love, and it's a win 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 because the more we open up to our higher love, our this unconditional love with our higher self, the fuller we become. It also expands our pipeline of giving and receiving love in the outside world. So things go slow for us so that we can raise our love vibration and not do what we've always done and get what we've always gotten. So, I just feel like things are evolving, but I feel like spirit is going asking you, how do you feel about yourself? That is what this slowness is encouraging you, is to ask yourself that and develop your self-love. And it just is a win-win, like it says. It's worth it, because you can't love anyone else more than to the extent you love yourself, nor receive love from others more than to the extent you love yourself. So if you love yourself that much, no matter how much love you want to push out, it's just going to drip out. No matter how much love they want to give you, it's just going to trickle in. But the more you develop this love, the more this expands, and then you have this flood of love going here. So that's what they have for you, Era Evangeline. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right, we did those. We did those. Right. Continuing down the list here. And I think we're lost my place. Stephanie Morant. Good night to you. Can you just lay it on me? General reading. All right. Well, we're doing one card here. Readings to super lightning round here. Since I hit my 3 hours, I'm only going to be on for a couple more minutes here. There you go, laying it on you. The 10 of air, the 10 of swords. You have had enough. You're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, exhausted from trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. Their supposed tos, their shoulds, their need tos, their have tos, their musts. And it's good. This is a good card. 10 is endings and new beginnings. You're just exhausted. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. And you're letting all these expectations go, which is so freeing. And then you're suddenly like, wow, this is great. I'm not afraid of letting people down or whatever. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do what I feel I want to do. And everyone else can do whatever they're going to do. But you're releasing yourself from a cage and you're releasing everyone else at the same time. Because if you're have this long list of rules that you have to obey, by golly, everyone else is too. You become God's little sheriff, trying to keep everyone else in line, and everyone hates you, and you hate yourself because you're just judging yourself and judging everyone else and exhausting yourself trying to live up to all these thoughts and beliefs and opinions that you had given to you growing up all your life. And you're just like, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. And it's like release. And there's this freedom. You hand in your sheriff's badge and you get to enjoy life. So that is what is coming in for you, Stephanie. So that is it for right now. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. We did those. We did those. And all those. All right. Latoya. All right. So the Gemini wanted to know how Charles the Taurus feels about the breakup. Okay, so how does Charles the Taurus feel about the breakup? No, none of those. Let me just shuffle these up here. All right. You can tell the cards are starting to get tired. All right. I got that. Wow, 10 of fire. So they actually felt like this release. I feel like things were getting really, really fiery, almost like a burden between the two of you. And it just feels like, okay, it's like um, so much energy, so much, not fighting, but well, conflict. It just felt like there's so much fire and so much stuff going on. It's like the heat. It's like finally, it's like the flames have um, receded. It's like the forest fire is contained, and it just feels um, the big energy that's coming through since we're doing one card readings right now. It's like there's just this relief of we're not fighting anymore. It's sometimes the not knowing and all the energy, just the ending of something can bring this feeling of relief that, I all that energy that you were investing in maintaining emotions and fighting. And it's like this mirror. I kind of feel like you're the same way too, right? Like where you're just like, I'm good. I'm just happy to get my energy back to me instead of feeling like I have to do so much. And even though like in your mind you're like, what, how much were they investing? In their mind they felt like they were doing a whole bunch. And if you were saying I've done so much, in their mind they're like, you were. It's because that's what you guys were on separate pages. That's why it's like different love languages. you know if someone wants corn, excuse me, and we give them wheat and they're allergic to wheat, we can give them a whole field of wheat and that's not going to do any good. If you give them one stalk of corn, they're happy. They're like excited, right? And if you are allergic to corn and you want wheat, they think, I'm going to give you a whole thing of corn. And you're like, what? You giving me nothing. I can't eat that. That's the kind of energy that it feels like you're both were giving what you thought, like you're giving each other what you wanted, but it's not what each other wanted, is what kind of the energy's coming through. And I just feel like there's this feeling that's there right now. So that's what they want you to know right now, Latoya. So good to see you. Many blessings to you. Hopefully that makes sense and helps a little bit. Freedom for you. All right. So let's take a look here. I'm just scrolling down to make sure I'm not missing anyone. All right. Right. And let's see here. Empress Luna, I don't see you asked a question. So we'll just continue moving on down here. And those were the donations. Those are all taken care of. And that one and that one. Thank you guys for your patience. All right. I think we are down to you, Rishi. All right. So I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. You want any messages from Spirit about your never ending job hunt? All right. So you've got the Seven of Swords. So there's Seven of Swords here. Thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets of your own that are cheating you out and deceiving you, right? So the changing of thinking, the change of, the approaching here, this is like such a huge, you know, place here, right? So, we talk about whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And so if we talk about and we have this belief, even if we're not saying it or, focusing um, like our outside world on it, if we have this um, energy that we're circulating within us of never ending job hunt, never ending job hunt, never finding a job. Oh my gosh, why can't I find a job? And when I'm telling, the creator, I can never find a job. And with that, I'm really doing, like I was just talking about before, if you're a little kid in in a donut shop and you're pointing at something that you don't want, like this is the empty donut. It's like I'm poking at it going, look, and I never get a job, I never get a job. And they're like, oh, you want this? And you're like, no, 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 no. Like, why are you pointing at it then? So point at and what you do want in the donut shop, and then that's when they bring it to you. So it's like start focusing on gratitude for the job that you want and for job opportunities instead of the fear of not getting a job and what does it mean and this is what's always happened and I haven't had a job for how long and da 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 da. All that energy, I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy not having a job and struggling. Can you give me more of that? Can you stretch it out? Right. But what we focus our energy on, our mental energy, our emotional, our, physical, spiritual energy, and our action, that's what, comes in. So I feel like the Seven of Airs, Seven of Swords is what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about myself are being reflected back to me in these mirrors of employers. Do you feel you're not worthy of a job? Do you fear having a job? You know, uh, the energy could be focused on that, and that's what's bringing things in, right? Spirits understand all languages, but they listen to people's hearts and our energy. Words are words, but our intentions is what our energy is what is sending it out. So that's how that works, right? All right. So many, many blessings to you, Rishi. Hang in there. You can switch that energy, switch the energy, and you will see. You will shall see. All right. And you might, I don't, not sure how long ago. I mean, it was probably a couple hours ago that I talked about. There's two places that have these energy blocks in our life. One is, like we just talked about, what I focus on is what grows and expands. But there's also going down into our inner child, the 7 years old and younger, which we know who it is. You probably have several in your life that where you felt you had to do so much and give so much love to receive so little back. And then when your inner child is 7 years old and younger, whoever it was that you had to overgive to get a little back, you develop this belief of giving and receiving that I have to give 1,000 love coins to deserve a little bit, like one love coin back. Our little inner child doesn't know any better. It took that and allowed it to go underneath. Now our inner child is keeping track. How many love coins have you given? You haven't given 1,000. You don't get the one love coin. You might have had a situation in life where, oh, look, I had something come in, but that reset it. You hit 1,000, now it goes back to zero, and these barriers are there. And that unconscious, subconscious belief system of that out of balance giving and receiving is down in there, functioning and controlling everything because they're the ones that are in the uh, force field, panel. They're the ones at the control panel, that little child, right? And what we can do is we can bring that from the subconscious to our conscious and go, who was it? Usually parents are prime suspects, could be grandparents, it could be coaches, teachers, siblings, aunts, uncles, whoever it was. The important people in our life, usually it's 7 years old and younger. Who was I trying to do so much for and I got very little back? When we bring it into our consciousness and we think about it, don't get upset about it, don't get angry or anything like that, right? We're just observing, going, who was it? And then we're like, oh, yeah, it was mom, it was dad, it was grandma, grandpa, blah, 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 whoever it was. And then the little ding, it's in our consciousness, a little edit button appears, right? Above that 1,000, and you're able to go in and delete the zeros to bring it from 1 to 1,000 to 1 to 100 to 1 to 10 to 1 to 1, and there's a little save button. Just imagine yourself clicking the save button and it drops into your subconscious. And then what happens? Our inner child goes, woohoo! It throws away its little chalkboard that it was, because it's 1 to 1 now. It doesn't have to keep track. And these force fields that were keeping abundance and love and everything else away drop, and it brings things in. So that is what comes in with that, Rishi. So that's another thing. It's usually one of the two or the both of those things that are creating these force fields and these things from us. So when we look at them, that can free us. So that's what's coming in. All right. So many, many blessings to you. Sure, you're so funny. All right. Can we answer that, Latoya? All right, very good, Rishi. Yes, love. I just finishing up. So that is it for tonight, though. But before everyone goes, of course, I always like to make sure and close out with that. Of course, I have a drawing every single Monday. And here is the video for that if you want to see what you can do to get into the drawing to win a free reading. You're very welcome, LA. Also, if you haven't checked out your June monthlies, here is the link to the playlist. And of course, you can find out different areas of your life. So, yeah, like Rishi, too, if you're looking at, like, I want to know about job, if you look into whatever your Saturn sign is, if you know your birth chart, whatever sign your Saturn is in, go check out that video because that talks about the work side of our lives, right? Doing the work. But that's pretty cool. And then also, oh, yay. Yeah, so check out Pisces. Also put out a pick a card, at least one a week. And this morning's I put out was what can I be watching for? So those were pretty fun too. So, and I have a ton of other free content, of course, on my main page. So if you want to check those out, a lot of free content, a lot of pick a cards, so you can see and get additional message too. So that is what we have going on now. Hey, Jashan, you just caught me on my way out. So I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I'm going to be headed out because I've been on for 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I do need to go rest. Hey, Jordan, if you're looking for like for the live ones, there's no set amount, but I am closing out for this evening. So if anyone needs answers, you can go check out my main page for recorded readings. They're available there. But thank you guys again. So all the thumbs up and all the love and thirst for spirit, just always blown away. And thank you for allowing me to channel spirit for you guys. And please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, have a great night or day, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You guys hang in there and you take care. We'll see you soon.